The top two teams in Class 4A Section 2 will do battle here tonight on the Westmoreland Sports Network, as between tonight and tomorrow we will crown a section champion as the Greater Latrobe Wildcats, who are in first place with a perfect 8-0 mark in section play, welcome second place Belle Vernon area. The Leopards are 7-1 in Class 4A Section 2. Sean Myers joined by Chris Smith here at Greater Latrobe High School, Graham Sabota Field. And Chris, this is what you play for, the opportunity to claim a section title. It's obviously one of the goals that teams have every single year, get to the postseason, make some noise in the postseason. But before that, you have a chance to win the section, and one of these two teams will claim that. The Wildcats will get the section title if they win either tonight or tomorrow. The Leopards have to sweep this two-game set, so obviously there's a lot at stake as both these teams are postseason bound, but they look to get some hardware and continue that momentum.
And dot end of story right there, Shawnee M. That was a great pregame. You kind of just recapped everything up to this point in the season. I can't just brush over the fact that I haven't been on that in the broadcast booth for about 2 months, and then I get staged next to the great Shawnee M. Thank you having me on. Thanks to our producer, Dan Flickinger. And thank you to all of you out there as we get ready for pitch number one. Riley Smith, the season's game one starter, into the wind, and here we go.
And Smith has been great this season as he misses high to Cole Matusik. Smith's numbers are sterling, 3-0 record, 0.74 ERA. He's worked 38 innings, 16 walks, 29 strikeouts, 3-pitch variety for him. As that misses, it accounts quickly 2-0 to Cole Matusik, batting a healthy .439 with the team leading 17 runs scored for the Leopards.
You said it very well, Riley, having himself one heck of a senior campaign. He finds the strike zone there to cut into that 2-0 count, now 2-1.
Smith, he's going to continue collegiately next year in Westmoreland County at WCCC, as that's fouled back to even the count at 2-2 on Matusik. Smith working quickly here on the hill. He is the ace, or at least the co-ace for Greater Latrobe, and we're going to see an absolute stellar pitcher on the other side as that offering misses to run the count full 3-2. Could expect a low-scoring affair here tonight between these teams, again with the pitchers that both have ERAs that are sub-1, as that's out of play and headed right towards Dan Flickinger's vehicle. Actually hit off of a school bus that's parked up above here.
Yeah, I believe there is a home lacrosse game here, men's lacrosse game tonight. But we have a lot of fans up here on the hillside, on both sides, our left and right, as it looked like Matusik called time before the wind.
And it was granted by home plate umpire Mike Lucon. He's behind the plate. Dave King is the umpire in the field. Payoff pitch. This one's hit to short. Ranging over is Bastiano. Throw across. Not in time. Infield single. Cooper Bastiano did everything he could, but a head-first slide by Matusik has him aboard to start this game.
Great hustle by Matusik. It was hit into the gap, backhander by Coop, and the throw just not in time. As a diving Matusik, you know, sometimes the ill-advised technique heading into first base, but worked out for him perfectly there. I honestly think if he'd have stayed on his feet, he would have ran through it as well. That'll bring up Lucas Judy.
Well, I mentioned the great pitcher, and that is Judy, and he can get it done at the plate as he shows bunt. Throw to first, and the throw is just a little in front of the bag, which allowed Matusik to get back to the plate. Judy batting for 22, so he's getting it done at the plate with 16 RBIs, left-handed hitter. He's a 5'11" junior, and for those who recognize the last name Judy, his brother Devin was a great player with Belle Vernon and went on to have an outstanding pitching career at Gannon University.
Riley Smith, possibly one of the fastest pickoff moves to first. You know, seeing he's got a couple of ticks in that column, and don't be surprised when you hear Louis Amatucci firing to any base, trying to catch these Leopard leaders wandering into a little bit of no man's land. He will catch them off guard and fire.
Count 0-2 to Judy. Was not showing bunt there. Runner on, nobody out. Top of the first, runner goes. It's taken for a ball. Throw to second, and it is in time. What a throw by Amatucci. Bastiano applies the tag, and Matusik eliminated on the base pass.
Wow, beautiful throw, beautiful tag. And did you see Matusik try to go in and swim around it? And the very witty number 2-1, Coop Bastiano applies the tag for out number 1. Counts 1 and 2. Evens up at 2 with that in and down.
2 to Lucas Judy. Leopards and Wildcats, they'll play tomorrow night at Belle Vernon, as this one's hit out of play on the left side, clearing the fence. Let's look at the batting order for the Leopards. Cole Matusik led off. He's already been eliminated on a caught stealing. He's wearing number 8 and playing in left field. Pitcher Lucas Judy's at the plate now at the count 2-2. He wears number 7. Then it's Adam Lacarte, the center fielder, clad in number 3. Jake Jetico bats cleanup. He wears number 2 and plays in right field. As that is taken high, they're going to appeal, but no swing as that runs the count full. Alex Natch is the DH. Nash wears number 10. John Bellissimo is at first base. He wears number 25. Austin Hoffman, number 5, is at shortstop. Max Kostonik, the catcher, number 4, is followed by number 1, Cole Doppelhauer, the second baseman, as Judy draws a walk, second base runner for BVA. And as a pitcher, Judy can be replaced by a courtesy runner. You can courtesy run for pitchers and catchers at any time, and it'll be Colton Lee who will take over. Lee is a terrific all-around athlete.
Indeed.
A lot of these Leopards we are very familiar with, Chris, because many of them were part of that championship-winning football team over the past couple of years.
There's that quick move to first, and it gets faster. You mentioned earlier Riley Smith headed to Westmoreland County Community College. He'll join Anthony Mazzari. Got him there, baby! Yes, he did. Kramer applied the tag to that right hand.
So how about the defense for the Wildcats? A caught stealing and now a pickoff. And so 2 base runners and both of them eliminated. As we will start anew with Adam Lacarte at the plate.
Sorry to steal your thunder there, Sean.
No,
I got to get used to being the color man.
It's a swing and a miss.
Anthony Massari, I believe I saw earlier this week, last week.
Team
that
MVP.
He was, team MVP, just a freshman. A couple of freshmen making noise in the college ranks. Mazzari won. There's a shot down the...
Oh, and this one bounces off of the third baseman's glove, and then Bastiano in shallow left. By the time he got to that, no chance, Chris. So another base runner, third consecutive batter who got on for the Leopards. The first 2 have already been eliminated on the base pass, however.
Did that go off Jack Sten's glove?
It did.
Okay,
yeah.
So he almost had that. It would have been a great play. I actually think it would have been an out. Line drive shot right to Coop's hands. Also, you have Logan Bradish making some noise as a freshman.
Yeah,
Down at
Bradish has
D&E.
been really good for Davis and Elkins as this one's back off of Smith. And now a throw across, and it's not thrown. Instead, another infield single. That time, discretion, the better part of valor for Stinchula as he just eats it. And there's now 2 on. It's the 3rd hit of the inning for Belle Vernon. None of them have left the infield.
Bring up Alex Nash, Jetico, first base, showing that blazing speed that we got to see so many times on the Leopard gridiron.
He was such a great player, offensively and defensively, as that misses in to Nash. He, the lone baseball commit for the Leopards, headed to Allegheny. There's a few other guys who have garnered interest, including Colton Lee, who we've already seen picked off.
And Lind, who we'll see on the bump.
This one bounces, knocked down by Amatucci, and a good job by Louis to keep it in front of him, looking maybe a little bit like his brother Vinny, because Vinny, much like Louis, a 2-sport athlete, and Vinny was the hockey goalie. Louis the defenseman. He's going to play both sports at St. Vincent next year. 2-0 pitch. That's inside. They try to back pick, and a good snag by Kramer that throws a little off the mark as the count runs now to 3-0 on Alex Nash.
Sun setting to our left, and yes, it is a bit of a burden to the guys looking right into it. See, all of them will have their visors on.
2 on to count 3-0 to Alex Nash. And a long pause now from Smith. And he got him off! 2 pickoffs and a caught stealing Unbelievable by the Greater Latrobe defense, as that time they got Lacarte a little too far off, and that brings an end to the top of the first. No runs, 3 hits, 1 left on base. We now head bottom 1. Let's take a look at the batting order for Greater Latrobe under the guidance of Matt Bassiano, the long-time successful head coach. His lineup begins with Mason Leonard. He in left field wears number 8. Then it's Louis Amatucci, clad in number 9. He's the catcher. Number 3, Jacob Kramer's at first base. Luke Nipar-Smith in right field, number 31, bats cleanup. Then it's Brody Ruman, the second baseman, wearing 13. Eli Boring in center field, number 4. He's followed by number 11, designated hitter Dominic Carini. Third baseman, number 5, Jackson Chola, bats 8th. Cooper Bassiano, the shortstop, number 21. Rounds out the batting order for the Wildcats. That's the group that will go against Lucas Judy. Judy, who bats left-handed but pitches right-handed, has been outstanding. His 3-0 record is coupled with a 0.86 ERA, 24 1/3 innings work, 7 walks to go with 21 strikeouts. Well, the task, Chris, for Greater Latrobe is that they're going to have to try to do something that very few teams have been able to do, and that's score against Judy.
For sure. And it starts with, getting yourself on base. Don't have to make it harder than what it is. Let's get good, solid, hard hits. Work the pitch count, too. I think that's going to be important on Judy. Try to get this count up. And once they're on the base paths, I try to overwhelm, be a burden out there, create havoc, be in the back of Judy's mind. Every time he's going to deliver home, beautiful warm-up throw. Down to second base there by Max Kostolnik.
You saw the standings, and these two teams have really separated themselves from the rest of the pack. They're already both postseason bound. That's been decided. What's yet to be decided is who will be the section champion. They cannot tie Greater Latrobe at 8-0, Belle Vernon at 7-1. So if the Leopards win both, they're the section champs. If the Wildcats win both or even split, they will claim section supremacy, as that's well high from Judy.
Belle Vernon's lone loss to Ringgold in their 2-game set a couple of weeks ago. Mason Leonard, call him Lenny, 1-0.
As he stings that out to center field, and that falls in front of Lacarte for a leadoff single. We continue to see base runners in this game. Good start courtesy of Mason Leonard, who's going to add to that .413 batting average that he brought into this contest.
Yeah, he's really hot right now. Started out a little bit slow, but has come on the last few weeks. He's got great speed on the base paths. He will push the envelope. Louis' one that's really, his bat's gotten hot the last couple of weeks as well.
Amatucci, the numbers aren't great, but to your point, maybe peaking at the right time as he bounces this one foul, and Matt Bassiano tosses it across. Amatucci with a .171 batting average. Part of the Wildcats hockey team that made the postseason once again.
Leonard with 6 stolen bases so far this season.
Well, the Wildcats, they like to run.
Only caught twice.
That misses. Yeah, both these teams with over 40 steals, although we saw the, I guess maybe somewhat aggressiveness backfire for the Leopards. They had a caught stealing and then 2 others who were picked off in the top half of this frame. That's why we're still scoreless here. Bottom 1, leadoff runner Mason Leonard has his lead. That's hit out to center field and ranging a little bit towards right to make the catch is Lacarte for the first out.
Well struck there by number 9, Louis Amatucci.
Lacarte playing center field. He's used to doing that defensively for the football team. He's the safety and really an incredible football player as well. He's got so many compliments from opposing coaches this season, but right now he's focused on trying to get his team on the baseball diamond to achieve that similar success as Jacob Kramer steps in, headed to Pitt Johnstown next year as he takes a first pitch strike from Judy.
I was watching some Lacarte highlights a couple weeks ago, and man, he was just a sniper from center field, responsible for a lot of goal line stands. He's just such great closing speed. Anytime the opponent was running the ball, he just sniffed it out, came up, and delivered some really, really booming hits. So, as you said, one heck of an athlete.
Count 0-1 to Kramer. Another throw to first. We mentioned that it's number 7, Lucas Judy on the mound. Max Kostelnik, number 4, is his catcher. Connor Bergman, 21, at third. Austin Hoffman's the shortstop. He wears number 5. Cole Doppelhauer, number 1, is at second. John Bellissimo, 25, is at first. As that hit the batter, Kramer, and he will throw off the protective armor, make his way down. 2 aboard now for Greater Latrobe, and Luke Nipar-Smith now heads to the plate.
Guess how many times Kramer's been hit by a pitch?
7.
That was 8. So you are right. But that was 8 right there. I think the only one that has more hit by pitch than him. No, actually, Louis has 7 as well. So not only does he take a lot of hockey pucks, he takes a lot of baseballs as LNS.
First pitch strike to Nipar-Smith. He has been impressive at the plate and on the bump. 373 average, team leading 16 RBIs. He would love to add to that total here with a couple on base and just 1 out, bottom of the first. That misses away to even the count 1-1 to the left-handed batter. Rounding out the defense, outfield, left to right. Cole Matusik, number 8, is in left. Adam Lacarte, number 3, and Jake Jetico, number 2. Round out the defense for head coach Tony Watson in his 5th season guiding BVA.
Not to be confused with the former Bucko, Tony Watson.
They both played baseball. They have that in common as a swing and a miss, and the count now 1-2 on Nipar-Smith. This Tony Watson, a 93 graduate of Belle Vernon, went on to play at Waynesburg University. Wonder if maybe he and Matt Bassiano ever crossed paths as high school players. Bassiano, a 92 graduate of Derry area, as that's a ball. 2-2 now on Nipar-Smith. Scoreless bottom of the first. Couple of runners on base, 1 out for the host Wildcats. Two. Popped up, foul, and just over the backstop as Kostelnik gave chase, but he ran out of real estate.
Still 2-2, 1 out. Scoreless, bottom of 1.
Looks like that one reached some of the Wildcats softball players who we had coverage of their game against Penn Trafford earlier today. As that's ball 3. The Wildcats softball team suffered an 8-2 loss against Penn Trafford. Now, as good as these 2 pitchers are, they've already had to work around some early trouble on the base pass. Payoff pitch forthcoming here. That's hit out to shallow left, and it is the left fielder Matusik who makes the catch for the second out. Brody Ruman now steps in.
Brody also comes through in some pretty significant situations multiple times this season. 10 RBIs, played at 9.
Judy trying to strand a couple of runners with Mason Leonard at second and Jacob Kramer at first. That one bounces. Good job by Kostelnik to knock it down.
Ruman batting .293 on the season.
Eli Boring on deck if the inning continues. Wildcats trying to claim their 2nd consecutive section crown. They went 9-1 a year ago. That's a, excuse me, swing and a foul ball off the bat of Ruman to even the count. Hear a lot of the chatter down there between the dugouts.
But these teams will get loud from their dugouts.
This one hit to short and it sneaks through. Hoffman couldn't make the play, and that's going to allow the Wildcats to get the first run. As Mason Leonard comes around, it's 1-0 GL.
Yeah, Austin Hoffman, I think he was looking at the runner coming to second, and it took his eye off the ball and just went right between his legs. Something you don't see from the shorthanded shortstop.
And that's big. It gives the Wildcats the 1-0 lead, and it continues the inning for Boring. Boring with the 171 average, does have a home run. Wildcats, as that's first strike, Wildcats have just 3 home runs this season. not a particularly high slugging percentage, but they're getting on base at a very high clip as that misses. And then once they get on base, they've been aggressive, and their pitching has been stellar. Both these teams really, really good in terms of the pitching staff. That's a strike.
Eli, a big home run last week against Uniontown. Game 2 of their set gave them the go-ahead run where they ended up opening it up and winning, I believe, 14-6.
Yeah, I talked to Matt Bassiano before the season. He thought the Red Raiders might be one of the top contenders, but it has really played out to be a two-team race this season, and these are the two teams here tonight. 2-2. This one's golfed to right and hanging up. Making the catch is Jetico as that retires the side. 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 left on base. We head to the second. Wildcats up 1-0 over the Leopards. Section title potentially on the line here tonight on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
How do you define elite? At Elite Plumbing, Kitchens, and Baths in Latrobe, we define elite by offering the highest quality brands for kitchen and bathroom remodeling in Westmoreland County. Brands like Moen, Toto, and Cambria. Meet with one of our incredible designers who will help you choose a stunning cabinet design for your new kitchen or luxurious showers and bathtubs for your new bathroom. Call Elite Plumbing, Kitchens, and Baths for a free estimate at 724-205-6947 or visit our vast showroom in the Route 30 Plaza in Latrobe.
Huge spring savings and a great selection at Mike Camlin Hyundai. Drive the new 2024 Hyundai Elantra for just $199 a month, or the new 2024 Tucson for only $259 a month. All vehicles are backed by the Mike Camlin Advantage oil changes for life.
One nothing Greater Latrobe in front. The Wildcats scoring on an error with 2 outs in the frame, and now the Leopards will look to try to get back even with 6, 7, 8 in the batting order. Sean Myers and Chris Smith here on WSN, and as good as Riley Smith has been this year, he might think that 1 run could be enough. Obviously, the Wildcats don't want to have it that close, but they do have a pitcher on the mound who's allowed less than 1 per game this year if you do the ERA over the 7 innings. That pitch misses for ball 1 to Bellissimo. Excuse me, this is Nash still at the plate. Remember, he was at the plate on the
pickoff at second.
Yeah, on the pickoff that ended the inning.
Cats are, no stranger to close games. Beat Connellsville 1-0. Talmadge varsity 4-3. 4-3 win over Gateway just a couple of Fridays ago. 2-1 win over Uniontown. So they know how to win the close ones, and that's a characteristic of this team, that they're finding ways to win. And one guy goes down, the other guy is stepping up, and I just think that's a good recipe for some quality chemistry out here as they're moving down the stretch into the playoffs. This one hit, I think, on top of us. Nope, behind us.
I was going to say, I didn't even see where that ball went. Good battle here by Nash as it counts 2-2. Swing and a miss. And Amatucci hung on to complete the strikeout. It is the first punch out for Smith and the first out that was not recorded on a base runner.
Austin Hoffman committing his 7th error there in the bottom of the first to give the Cats a 1-0 lead, as Lenny was able to collect his 200.
Now it's Bellissimo. He, a senior, batting .282 this season. Belle Vernon area coming in off of a loss against York, but that was outside of section play. 3-2 in favor of the Cougars.
The sun really starting to drop into the outfielder's eyes. Riley Smith is now in the shade. The infielders are about 5 minutes away from some shade. So I saw Jetico and LNS as they were Oh, that one got him right in the rib cage in the back. He'll take first.
Doesn't feel good, but he looks to be none the worse for wear as he makes his way down.
Jake and Luke were exchanging conversation about sunglasses out in right field in between innings. Have to find out what that little chat was about.
That brings Hoffman to the plate. Obviously, he's looking to redeem himself a little bit here. You hear the instructions to the Wildcats defense. Bellissimo has 2 stolen bases this season, 43 collectively for BVA on the base paths. Bunt attempt, but it's fouled back. Well, it feels like the type of game with these pitchers that small ball is going to be paramount.
For sure, indeed, and mistakes. Got to minimize the mistakes, and I think the Leopard leadoffs are going to be a little bit shorter after seeing Smith's pickoff and knowing that Amatucci has a cannon from behind the plate to pick you off. We saw that in the previous inning.
Bad defensive swing as it goes foul. Now it's 0-2 on Austin Hoffman, who's also a wrestler for the Leopards.
Indeed, very good wrestler. His brother playing baseball in North Carolina, but is it North Carolina?
Sounds good to me, Chris.
Well, I need to look it up. I don't, pride ourselves in telling the truth here on the Westmoreland Sports Network. Logan Hoffman, but I don't remember.
That misses high.
I guess we can look it up here. We have the interweb. I believe I saw the Hoffmans to my right. McCarts are in the house. Don't forget you can email us. Flick doesn't have enough to do already, so see a little envelope there in the top right-hand corner of your screen. Click on it. Shoot us a message. Belle Vernon fans, Cat fans, any fans. Let us know where you're watching from.
That is a called strike 3 to Hoffman for the second out of the inning.
Looked like it caught the outside corner.
So Bellissimo remains at first base. Now 2 outs in the frame, and Kostelnik, the catcher, digs in. .265 batting average for him. 3 RBIs this season. First pitch swing comes up empty. Amatucci throws to first, but not in time. Chris, do you have a response?
I do. I was half correct. He is wrestling at UNC Pembroke. So if Logan, if you're tuned in, hello to you. Hope all is well.
That misses inside to Kostelnik. Leopards trail 1-0, top of the second. Greater Latrobe trying to clinch the section title. They would do so with a victory here tonight or by winning tomorrow at Belle Vernon area. Throw across, and this time Bellissimo is back safely. Tomorrow night's game is going to be under the lights as well. The Di Virgilio Complex.
Let's come on down 70. We'll cover that one. This one right up.
And it's Ruman, the second baseman, who backpedals and makes the catch, and the side's retired. No runs, no hits, 1 left. We've played an inning and a half. It's Greater Latrobe up 1-0 over Belle Vernon area. The Westmoreland County Clash continues on WSN.
The Pulse of Western Pennsylvania is in very good hands. It's a system of healthcare whose hospitals have earned some of medicine's most prestigious honors, like the top 10% in the country for specialty cardiac care, a heart surgery program ranked in the top 2% nationwide, and cited as high performing for heart bypass, heart failure, and heart attack. The Pulse of Western Pennsylvania is indeed in very good hands at Independence Health System. Expert care.
I am the swiftest creature alive. I can make it. I will make it.
That's where we come in. A Collision Shop by Jason Mignon is your one-stop shop for all things auto body repair. Our experienced technicians and state-of-the-art facilities have you covered. Body repairs, refinishing, glass replacement, and more. Our friendly office staff is happy to assist you through every step of your vehicle's repair process. Visit thecollisionshopbyjason.com for our complete list of services.
We head to the bottom of the second, and Greater Latrobe looking to add to its lead, 1-0 in favor of the Wildcats over the Leopards. Mentioned the first of 2. These teams will play tomorrow as well. And I love the back-to-back games now in section play. Wrinkle that they added a few years ago to to really test the pitching, the depth for these teams. And both these teams have a terrific 1-2 punch. I would certainly suspect that tomorrow Nipar Smith will get the start for the Wildcats, and on the other side, Colton Lee looks to be the likely number one option for the Leopards in that game.
Don Carini headed to the box.
Carini's having a good year, .333 batting average.
Had himself a walk-off home run in Game 1 against Uniontown right here at Graham Sloboda Field.
A controversial one at that, is that is in for a strike to Carini.
Allow me to end the controversy as I was down there in right field behind my camera, and it was gone.
Judy. That misses inside. Judy hasn't looked all that sharp so far, I would suggest, although he, for all intents and purposes, should have got out of that frame unscathed. If not for the air.
1-1 from the line.
That's in for a strike. It's now 1-2 on Carini.
Nice off-speed breaking ball. Found the zone.
Judy, a 4-pitch variety. Fastball, curve, slider, and a changeup. That one misses in the turf. It is a turf field here, and it is a very springy outfield as well. Much more than a lot of other turf fields that we see around this area. Counts 2-2. And called strike 3 as Carini's rung up. That is the first punch out for Lucas Judy.
Great pitch selection. Looked like he changed from saw a lot of the fastball there in the first inning, Sean. Moving to the off-speed selection here in the second, try to slow down these cat bats a little bit.
Look at that, is a 12-6 right there.
Jackie Stinchula in there, third baseman.
First one bounces off the plate to Stinchula. 125 average for the junior. Batting in the 8th spot.
9 plate appearances.
That's a strike. Wildcats have outscored their opposition 100-35 this season. That's certainly getting it done. They've had some lopsided victories in their favor, as this one off the glove of the third baseman Bergman, and then Hoffman can't get it on the deflection. And so I'd be inclined to call that a single for Stinchula as he's aboard.
I would too. Great try there by Bergman, who was trying to get to it. And had he not touched it, I think Hoffman may have been able to glove it, but I just don't think there would have been enough time as the ball was not hit that hard.
Yeah, and it was going to take Hoffman into that hole. As number 9 hitter Cooper Bassiano steps in, son of the head coach. Dante Bassiano, his older brother, graduated last year. As that bunt deflects, and that caught Kostelnik, and he is in some pain right now.
I don't know where it got him.
Definitely not a good spawn, I can tell you. Now
Maybe in the no-nos?
He's telling his dugout that he's okay and wants to keep going.
Bassiano batting .278. On base percentage. .395. He's got 10 hits.
And you said the on base. That's sort of what the Wildcats do, is their on base is about 150 points better than their batting average.
And we leave a lot on. I shouldn't say we. I'm sorry. In case nobody knows, I am a little partial to Greater Latrobe.
As that one gets away, and they're a wild pitch that allows Stinchula to move up. Continue.
We pride ourselves in maintaining a neutral approach if we can. So if I say we, I apologize. But you see a lot of cats stranded on base, and I think it's just because, as you said, we put so many on base that obviously the chances are increased.
That's fouled back. As Bassiano battles the count 1-2. Wildcats up 1-0 in the bottom of the second. With a win tonight, they will capture back-to-back Class 4A Section 2 titles. If they lost tonight, it'll all be on the line tomorrow night. That's it out to center straight away. Lecard barely has to move, and now makes the catch, taking a couple steps in. Bassiano is the second out. That'll take it back to the top of the order for Greater Latrobe.
Mason Leonard. Speedy number 8, left fielder, junior. Showing off them striped socks.
Judy looks back. That misses to Leonard. He singled and scored the only run of this game last inning. That misses. Well, it's no surprise these teams are where they are when you look at the pitching numbers. Belle Vernon area has a 2.41 ERA. Greater Latrobe is even better at 1.97. They're just not giving up much at all. 2-0. This one to second. Doppelhauer tosses across, and that retires the side as Leonard goes down 4-3. No runs in the frame despite a hit, 1 left on base. We played 2 innings. Wildcats up 1-0 over the Leopards. The Westmoreland County Baseball Clash continues here on WSN.
Drive like a champion with Bowser Chevrolet of Monroeville. You're always on the winning team with Bowser Chevrolet. Visit BowserChevrolet.com 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and get the power of Bowser in your hands. Customize your payments, apply for financing, get a value for your trade and more with the Bowser Express Store. See the full lineup of Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs at BowserChevrolet.com. Bowser Chevrolet, where the power of Bowser is yours.
DBAT Pittsburgh South is America's premier indoor baseball and softball training academy, now open in the 412. What is DBAT Pittsburgh South? An 18,500 square foot state-of-the-art training facility with 4 dual Fungo Man pitching machines, 2 hit tracks, enabled cages, elite baseball and softball instruction, 50-plus camps and clinics, and a beautiful pro shop powered by Rawlings and Easton. DBAT Pittsburgh South in Bethel Park, owned by Seton Hill baseball alum John Bachman. Learn more at dbatpitsouth.com.
We head to the 3rd inning. It's 1-0 Greater Latrobe over Belle Vernon area. Sean Myers, Chris Smith here on the call. Producer Dan Flickinger. Matt Palumbo working the camera here today. Can't even see Matt.
Randy P over there behind the brick pillar. Wow, it is with the sun coming right through the trees.
Can he hear us? How did he know we were talking about it? Waved over to us. First pitch, a strike to Doppelhauer, the number 9 hitter in the lineup for the Leopards. Doppelhauer, a 3 sports standout, and he is batting .556. That's a pretty good sign when your number 9 hitter can have an average that impressive.
That high. Great running back for the Leopards. Also, valuable member. That's going to go out of play. Controller rolled over to just out of play. Near the practice backstop. Yeah, Doppelhauer, name synonymous with wrestling, making his contributions to Coach Bove, the head coach for the Leopards. 0-2, the count from the wind. Here comes Smith.
They would love an easy inning here. Misses away there. Leopards have put the pressure on, but Greater Latrobe defensively has made some key plays. A caught stealing and 2 pickoffs in the first inning. I would imagine you won't find that too many times in a box score in a single inning. 1-2. That's inside, even in the count, to Doppelhauer.
Masters 2 games set. Cats won 5-4 in game 1 here at Graham Sabota Field, and then 15-5 down in Ross Traver. Be there again tomorrow night for game 2 of this set. The question is, Sean, is it will be for the section title or not?
Well, we will answer that question over the next hour plus. Wildcats looking to go back-to-back as section champs, 9-1 last year, and they had that run to the championship game, but had a heartbreaking loss against a Cinderella Hopewell Vikings team, 4-3. Wildcats were denied their second ever WPIAL crown, and then they lost to the eventual state champion Bellefonte in the first round of the state playoffs. Payoff pitch to short. Bassiano quickly to it, and it's in time. Seen a couple of head-first slides for the Leopards. That time, not enough for Doppelhauer as he's eliminated.
Good hustle to Coops right. Fielding it cleanly. Good solid throw over to Jack Kramer at first. Seen that 1-2 put out, or should I say 6-3 put out many, many times this season. Coop, a junior. That is pitch number 42 for Riley Smith here in the top of the third. Probably a little bit higher than you'd like to see.
That's a strike, yeah, with the 100 pitch limit. Could potentially spell a premature end to his evening, but we'll see if he's able to get back on track. He's got the first out here in the top of the third. And now ahead 0-2 on Matusik.
Which is where he had Doppelhauer before getting to a full count.
Matusik has an older brother, Carson, a senior on the roster, as that misses.
Open inside.
1-2, says Mike Lucon.
27-year vet.
I believe that hit Matusik. And so ahead in the count, Smith gives that free base to the leadoff man for the Leopards.
Just second here in just 3 innings. Mike Lucon behind the plate, 27-year vet out of Derry, and Dave King, your field umpire, moves himself behind the pitcher.
Well, it was an adventure in the first inning when the Leopards were on the base pass. And that included Matusik. That's in for a strike to Judy. Matusik was caught stealing on a great throw by Amatucci.
It's 4 batters struck by Riley Smith this season.
Smith looking over at the runner, Matusik. Called strike, and now Smith ahead 0-2 on Lucas Judy. To your point earlier, Chris, I would imagine there's got to be some hesitancy right now for the Leopards on the base pass. Can't help but feel it after you saw those pickoffs and caught stealings. That misses low to the left-handed batter, Judy. 422 average, tied for the team lead with 16 RBIs.
You know, especially in this situation, the Leopards down 1-0. They need to plate one. So any base runners considered very valuable as count moves to 2-2. Looked like Judy wanted to go at that one. Held off.
Just getting a piece of that one. Judy stays alive, and what that does at this level in particular, you run up the pitch count, and there is a hard line of 100 pitches.
You can finish the batter you are on, but as soon as that batter's done, you're done.
Now you see the head man, Tony Watson. He replaced a legend in Hicks, Daryl Hicksenbaugh, the long time head coach for BVA. Watson served as his right-hand man for 7 years before becoming the head coach. That's bounced foul. I talked to Tony Watson about Lucas Judy, and I said for Devin Judy, who had such great success collegially, I said he was kind of a late bloomer, and Watson said, yeah, I was his pitching coach at the time, and he just got a little bit better every year. And by the end of his senior year, he developed into a really good pitcher. It doesn't always come easy for these guys right away. They have to really work hard to ultimately achieve the success that a lot of these players in this game have reached. As runner goes,
the corner,
and the throw is in time. They strike him out, throw him out, double play. And once again, Matusik is gunned down by Amatucci as it brings an end to the inning. More great defense by the Cats. No runs, no hits, no one left on base. We had bottom 3, Greater Latrobe up 1-0 over BVA right here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
Somebody said that State Representative Mike Reese was a great advocate for the kids in our community. He felt athletics were a vital tool in raising healthy, happy kids. The Mike Reese Memorial Fund offers grants to local youth athletic organizations so that every kid has a chance to play. Funding is available for new equipment, registration fee offset, facility improvements, and more. Visit MikeReeseMemorialFund.com to apply.
Zero, zip, zilch, nada. Now during the Volkswagen Sign Then Drive event at Send LVW, qualified customers can lease with zero down, zero security deposit, no first month's payment, and zero do-it signing. Lease a new 2023 Tiguan with 4Motion as low as $469 a month for up to 36 months. It's the sales event you've been waiting all year for. Now at Send LVW, Greensburg. SendLVW.com. We would love to meet you.
Strike him out, throw him out, brings it into the top half of the third inning, and now the Wildcats look to tack on to their 1-0 lead as they will have 2, 3, 4 in the batting order due up against Lucas Judy.
Louis Amatucci sent one to center field, I believe, right? Right to Lacarte, didn't even have to move.
Bottom of the third, and that curveball misses low to Amatucci. Leopards last year missed the postseason. They went 4-6 in section play and finished just 8-11 overall, but they've already clinched their spot in postseason play. Bounced on a couple of hops to Bergman, and his throw across. Good job by Bellissimo to stay on the base to retire Amatucci. Big time matchup here tonight, and both these teams know what they need to do. It's a little bit more, I would imagine, of a pitfall mentally for the Wildcats because Coach Bassiano will never say this, but I think the players know that they can lose this game and still be section champs. On the other side, the Leopards know they have to win both. So there's probably a little bit more urgency for the team clad in green as that pitch bounces in front of the plate to Jacob Kramer.
We're being so fortunate to have a little bit of inside scoop talking with Luke. They just want to sweep, carry the momentum that they've had, the success. They'll play I know they're scheduled for 2 games. Go ahead, Sean.
This is to third, and Bergman, and that is in time. Back-to-back good plays by Connor Bergman as this time he retires Kramer. Yeah, they're supposed to play a very good North Allegheny team and then at home against Greensburg-Salem to wrap up regular season play. Obviously, those will not count towards the section.
Well, but prior to that, they will go to the Altoona Curve Stadium this Friday. I believe this Thursday. That is pitch number 41 for Lucas Judy. Just wanted to share that, but I will pull up the Cats' schedule. They're set to play Sealands Grove on Thursday at 5:30, and then a TBD on Friday. Now, I looked on Max Preps, and they're supposed to play Bedford instead of Sealands Grove, but nonetheless, they will play at least 2 games Thursday and Friday at the Altoona Curve Stadium. They did it last year, and it's a really fun time. What a great environment it is up there.
And this one's bounced to second. Doppelhauer throws across. Nipar Smith retired in a very tidy 1-2-3 stanza for Lucas Judy. No runs, no hits, no one left. We played 3. It remains a 1-0 Wildcats lead over the Leopards here on WSN.
Smale Kia, we know that winning takes hard work, dedication, and a commitment to excellence. By sponsoring Shining Stars, we'll select 2 teams each season to help fund their booster programs. Rewarding their hard work, athletic progress, and community service is an investment we're proud to make. Congrats to our previous Shining Star winners, and good luck. And speaking of excellence, lease a 2024 Kia Forte LXS for only $99 a month from Smale Kia.
I feel like it's definitely very important, like for high school, because a lot of kids, get peer pressured into drinking and doing drugs. So like doing the events like in a school setting, I feel like definitely like try to prevent kids from like going to like parties and drinking and driving and doing drugs and being peer pressured.
We just want to, talk about the dangers of the substance abuse in our community, and we want to help be a part of stopping that.
We move to the 4th inning. Leopards trying to get on the scoreboard. They trail 1-0 against Greater Latrobe. Riley Smith so far has been really good, and really the biggest difference in this game, Chris, I think, is that the Leopards had an error that led to Greater Latrobe's run. On the other side, Greater Latrobe has gunned out 2 potential base stealers and also have picked off 2 runners.
Indeed. In games like this, highly competitive programs, it boils down to, you have to eliminate the mistakes or at least minimize them. And so far, that is the one blemish. Smith fires fastball, chest high at LeCarte. LeCarte takes a hack at it, 0-1.
LeCarte singled, but then was picked off back in the 1st inning. It was an infield singles. That one behind him.
I think right there, you're going to stay there and wear it, right? Base runners are crucial. Got to have them.
Are you offering to stand in there and take a fastball to the back, Chris?
I certainly would.
There's a swing and a miss, as that one actually goes all the way to the backstop. LeCarte now down 1-2.
I don't know if this is legal, but I used to pay the kids a couple bucks on Luke's Little League team growing up. I go, anybody stays in there and takes it, $2.
Do you pay their hospital bills as well?
No, there's
timeout call.
Don't be so melodramatic.
1-2. Look out, that one. Probably a good decision.
He ducked
on
AB
that one, right
here. Yeah, he was taking that one to the side of the nugget. But again, LeCarte, no stranger to hard hits. Again, that hard-hitting free safety kind of just floats around, was given. That came up, I think it got him in the face, didn't it?
He was still in the batter's box, so it's simply a foul ball, and he looks to be all right, fortunately.
Producer says maybe.
Hit him in the
hand.
hand.
Got him in the hand. Oh,
Yep.
I thought you said maybe, like kind of giving me that maybe.
That's inside, and now the count runs full, and what this is doing again is adding up on the pitch count for Smith after we saw a very efficient bottom of the 3rd authored by Judy. Popped up, foul, might be playable, and now it will drift over the backstop and land on the roof of the field house here. Is that the Arnold Palmer field house?
I believe it is.
Yep.
60 pitches for Smith. Here in the 4th. Still plenty of pitches left. Still throwing hard.
That is hammered out to left center, and that is gone. No doubt, LeCarte, his team leading 4th home run of the season, and the Leopards pull even on an absolute moonshot.
Yeah. LeCarte went Trump house on that one. I don't even know why Lenny and Eli started running towards the fence. Great shot to even this one up at 1 here in the top of the 4th.
4 years in a row, baby!
Did I hear 4 games in a row?
Well, he's got 4 home runs.
But I know that they haven't. I don't think it's 4 games in a row.
No, I don't believe he homered last game because they scored just 2 runs and Nash had a couple of RBIs. So unless there was some snafu with the scorekeeping, he did not homer last game. But that one should count as 2 home runs. That was absolutely
blitzed, yeah.
Hammered.
Yep.
And it looked like Jedico is trying to replicate it, although he comes up empty. A brand new ball game, 1-all now, top 4, courtesy of the Adam LeCarte home run. That misses low, and it draws the count even to Jake Jedico.
Got myself a cold drink, courtesy of my father. Sitting down here to our right.
Body armor.
Yeah, the body armor, strawberry banana, not bad.
Smells terrific.
Would you like one?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Trust me, he's got 95 of them down there.
Jedico now ahead 2-1. That misses. I always think it's very notable to see what a pitcher does immediately after something like that, which was, there's nothing cheap about that home run.
Should we reenact Ricky Vaughn after his first home run that he gave up?
Now, there's ball 4, so maybe not the response that you'd want to see if you're a fan of the Wildcats, and now Smith is kind of shrugging his shoulders, and his catcher, I think, Amatucci, saw the same thing we did. Walk it out, try to settle him down a little bit.
Be surprised Coach Poe calls a timeout. Come out and talk to his senior hurler.
Referring to Mike Polinsky.
Yeah, but you know, Riley's been in these kind of games before, these situations. I don't think there's any kind of panic
Now, he was probably, I would say, their number 2 pitcher last year, and now there is that timeout in the entire infield. Logan Bradish was so good. They also graduated a heck of a player in Eric Batista, now down in Maryland at Garrett College.
Dom Carini enters the bullpen. Backup catcher Alex Squirt. Start to get loose here in the top of the 4th.
What makes these 2-game and 2-day series so fascinating, Chris, is how the coaches elect to approach pitching, because they already have a plan going in, but they have to adjust that plan. So would you potentially, if you think you can win this game tonight and clinch a section, do you, I don't want to say sell out, but do you make a move worrying about simply winning this game tonight, even if it puts you at a disadvantage tomorrow, because tonight's the one you need for both these teams, quite frankly, especially Belle Vernon. They can't lose. The Wildcats, if they do lose, they still have the opportunity tomorrow.
Yeah, that's such a tough question for me to answer. I know I can tell you that Luke was told to be ready tonight, just in case. So I think that may answer your question right there in Coach Bassiano's mind. They win tonight. You know, not that they're going to get down there and just throw it tomorrow.
This one's in the air off the bat of Nash. And in foul territory, first baseman Kramer makes the catch for the first out.
Kramer's been so effective at first base. A transplant from left field.
That's because of injury, right?
Yeah, an arm injury that he suffered this summer, and he had surgery. They wanted to shorten a lot of his throws, and he has just been really solid over at first base.
Well, it hasn't hurt him at the plate. He's batting a team-leading .419, so they wanted to get that bat in the lineup, and obviously it's worked out so far. This one bunted back to Smith as he hustles to it. Still just gets the sure out at first base as Bellissimo advances Jetico to go ahead run now in scoring position, but there's 2 outs in the frame.
Alex Nash headed to plate DH for the Leopards. Sun is all the way behind. Arnold Palmer Fieldhouse. We're all locked up after that one-run bomb by Lacarte.
Oh, good stop again by Amatucci. We have seen him come up through the Teener League, and obviously I've seen a lot of him on the hockey rink as well. He's terrific defensively, just a great all-around athlete.
He is. Excellent student in the top 10% of his class. Greater Latrobe, and even a nicer person. Comes from good stock. His family's remarkable. Just great people.
His dad, is he the scorekeeper for the team? I saw him down there at the book earlier.
I don't think he's the scorekeeper, but he does run Game Changer.
Okay. One and the same.
I forget the gentleman's name, and I have a story to be told off air only about their scorekeeper.
Is it Fez?
It is Fez,
okay,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. That's inside.
2-1 goes the count.
He and Flick go way back. Our producer, Dan Flickinger. See, he talks to me sometimes, Chris, and then when I have the headset on, I don't know what he's saying, so I just nod.
Talk to him and Boomer.
Ron Prady is the man known as Boomer. Big lead at second, and Amatucci spotting it, throws down, but the runner, Jetico's back with relative ease as the count's now 3-1 on Hoffman. See Zach Hyde down there, athletic director. He knows a thing or two about the baseball diamond.
Was an assistant coach under Coach Bass for the 2017 state championship team. As he one-hands that, as he got the Mavericks on over there too, just kind of nonchalantly goes over.
There you go, toss it back to Tony Watson.
He's a semifinalist for the, who's the Division II Baseball Heisman Award named after? Tino Martinez. Wasn't he a semifinalist? Maybe. He had a great senior year.
Yeah, terrific career at Seton Hill.
Mount Pleasant grad.
We're going to have Mount Pleasant baseball on tomorrow on Westmoreland Sports Network.
Do you like that segue?
Uh-huh.
Full count.
There goes the runner. And throw to third, and it's not in time. Ball 4. And so now runners at the corners for BVA as Hoffman walks. And Jetico, a bold decision there to steal third with 2 outs, but he gets away with it.
That'll bring Kostolnik to the plate.
That is the third walk issued by Smith in the second of the inning.
And walked at 1. Top of the 4th, 2 outs, corners occupied.
And that, thinking about it again, that was a major risk there by Jetico. Of course, the adage, you don't commit the third out at third base, but especially seeing the struggles that his teammates have had on the base paths. Now a golden opportunity for Kostelnik, who popped out to second back in inning number 2.
Now does Hoffman push for second?
Big swing and a miss.
You know, knowing Louis' arm.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't.
Especially down 0-1 now.
If you do,
Kostelnik 0 for 1.
You have to be 100% sure you're going to get the base. There he goes right now, and I think he's trying to get a rundown. And this is kind of weird how it's working out, and the Wildcats almost throw it away. So the stolen base by Hoffman, really, I think what he was trying to do was get his teammate Jetico a chance to go home. Jetico never did, but by drawing a throw, he gets Hoffman into scoring position.
I love the base running. Be aggressive.
Wildcats seemed just a little indecisive for a split second on how they wanted to play that one.
For sure, and I think Kramer should have stayed in the rundown.
That's foul back. It looked like for a split second when they had Hoffman retreating back to first, they could have probably tagged him out before Jetico could have realistically had a chance to score. But it's easy for us to say up here on the hillside.
Took the words out of my mouth.
It'll all be moot if Smith gets an out here with an 0-2 count. That one nearly airmailed, and that forces Amatucci to jump out of his crouch. A lot of real estate behind home plate to the backstop, and so if the ball gets past the catch, you're almost guaranteed that it's going to be an extra base.
1-2 the count, 78 pitches for Smith here.
And now he steps off. Top 4, it's 1-0 after the solo blast by Lecard to open the frame. That misses, and the count now even at 2-2 to the number 8 hitter with Doppelhauer on deck.
Now they began to look a little frustrated out there. Not sure if he thought he had strike 3 there or not. This one hit deep to Leonard.
Well, Leonard's going to make the catch. Stays in the park, and it goes for a long out. Solo blast off the bat of Lecart has us even as we head bottom 4. It's 1-0. Greater Latrobe and Belle. Vernon here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices, located in the Greengate East Plaza below Walmart. Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Zero, zip, zilch, nada. Now during the Volkswagen Sign Then Drive event at Send LVW, qualified customers can lease with 0 down, 0 security deposit, no first month's payment, and 0 do-it signing. Lease a new 2023 Tiguan with 4Motion as low as $469 a month for up to 36 months. It's a sales event you've been waiting all year for. Now at Send LVW, Greensburg, sendlvw.com. We would love to meet you.
All square as we move bottom 4. Solo home run by Lecart has the Leopards even, and now Lucas Judy will try to stay into a rhythm. He had a very quick 1-2-3 stanza against the heart of the order for the Wildcats in the third. Now he'll face 5, 6, 7, beginning with Brody Ruman. As Chris mentioned, last year, Wildcats swept the 2 games, 5-4 here at Graham Sabota, and then a 10-run victory, 15-5 at Belle Vernon. Ruman reached on an error back in the first inning. Second baseman hitting .293 entering tonight's play. Wildcats a .271 team batting average. Curveball in for a strike. Judy winds and delivers. Bounce to third, couple of hops to Bergman. And a throw across, retires Ruman. That brings Boring to the plate. Eli flew out to right fielder Jetico to end the first inning, the inning in which the Wildcats scored their lone run.
And last year's game one, another low-scoring affair, 5-4, tight game. Would you consider that low-scoring affair or not? 5-4? High school baseball?
No, but I
really.
wouldn't say it's high scoring either. It would just be mid-scoring, yes.
Yeah.
That's in for a strike. I think 3-2 would probably be about as far as you could go for it to be low scoring. Anything less than that certainly would definitely qualify. That's hit out to shallow center. And a diving effort, and it's past Lacarte. Great job to back him up, both by Doppelhauer and Jetico. So it goes for a bloop single off of the bat of Eli Boring.
Nearly a collision. So we get another look at that one there, Mr. Producer.
For those who might be a little confused why there's lines in the outfield, Chris, this is a multi-purpose field here.
Indeed.
Unfortunate that did not result in friendly fire.
Very speedy Eli Boring on first.
Carini takes the curveball for strike one. Boring has 7 steals this season.
Carini struck out in the second,
yep.
Bottom of 4.
The old backwards K. Use that for a strikeout looking. Throw to first. So this is the baseball field as it's currently set up. But to our right, they can use the softball field, and then they just move the temporary fence for those dimensions. And then it's I believe a practice lacrosse. As runner goes, it's taken for a ball, throw to second, not nearly in time. A little bit of an awkward slide by Boring, but he's in there easily. He's now in scoring position, trying to give the Wildcats the lead back.
A little bit of a hook slide there by Boring, showing off that speed. Had to hook and anchor in to spin himself around.
Look at that great shot. Maybe Flick knew. Stealing signs from Coach Bassiano.
1-1 on Carini, runner in scoring position. Do we change, try to bunt him over?
Big swing and a miss there by Carini. Just to finish up, as I said, I think it's a practice lacrosse field in the outfield, why they have those lines. And lacrosse is taking place right now. No, I'm good, thank you. Just to our left. Count 1-2, 1 out, and a man in scoring position with Boring getting his lead from second. This one's bounced to short. The only play is to first. The lollipop throw across to retire Carini, but he advances Boring to third, now with 2 outs.
Nice job by Carini. Move Boring over. That'll bring Jackson Chulo, number 5, third baseman. Singled last at bat. Or no, I believe he was the air.
No, it was a single.
Was it?
To left, yep. Although our scorekeeping is unofficial. Only Fez's is official.
We're trying to remember who hit through Hoffman's legs.
I can tell you that. As that misses, that would be Ruben.
Ruben, okay.
Ball 1 to Stinchula.
Ball 5, let's go.
Judy trying to complete his 4th inning of work. Only run that he's yielded is of the unearned variety. That's in for a strike. I'd imagine he's learned quite a bit about pitching from his older brother. Devin was stellar collegiately, one of the best pitchers in the PSAC during his time at Gannon. Concluded about a year ago as a timeout called.
Judy, 54 pitches here in the 4th. Bit more efficient.
Well, last inning really helped that significantly. As that misses. Count 2-1 to the number 8 hitter, Stinchula. 1-0, Wildcats scoring in the first, Leopards scoring in the top half of this 4th inning.
Junior shortstop Cooper Bassiano in the on deck.
The This one's fisted and out of play on the right field side. There's quite a steep hill here on the right side of this field.
I've seen a lot of kids tumble down going for baseballs.
Hopefully you didn't see any broadcasters tumble down.
I don't know, Flick, why don't you go over there and we'll take a walk down the field. 2-2, 2 outs.
And that is a foul ball. Kind of awkward by Boring. I think he was actually in fair territory.
Yeah,
and so
that's shield it.
That is dangerous because if he is hit when in fair territory, he would be out. If he's in foul territory, then he's safe.
Perhaps trying to shield the ball from Bergman.
And on a hop, Doppelhauer smothers it and throws across. Wasn't maybe textbook, but he made it work. Cole Doppelhauer with a nice play to strand a runner at third. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We head to the 5th, 1-all Wildcats and Leopards here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
You got this, guys. Bye. Bye. See ya.
The pulse of Western Pennsylvania is in very good hands. It's a system of healthcare whose hospitals have earned some of medicine's most prestigious honors for cardiovascular care, like the top 10% in the nation for excellence in specialty cardiac care. One of America's 100 best for heart care. A heart surgery program ranked among the top 2% nationwide and cited as high performing for heart bypass, heart failure, and heart attack. It's a system of healthcare that combines superb physician expertise with the latest technology, such as robotic cardiac surgery and hybrid operating rooms, the most sophisticated surgical environment in medicine, providing minimally invasive options for carotid artery disease and aortic valve replacement. The pulse of Western Pennsylvania is indeed in very good hands with the Heart and Vascular Program at Independence Health System. Expert care here.
1-all as we head to the 5th. Sean Myers and Christopher Smith here on the Westmoreland Sports Network. Producer Dan Flickinger, Matt Palumbo operating the camera. It is the first of 2 between these squads. They will do battle tomorrow at the D. Virgilio Complex out at Ross Draver. I was at the former Ross Draver Ice Gardens on Saturday night, Chris. Not only was I there, but our pal Bubba was there.
Were you down there practicing your triple toe, Salchow, or whatever it's called?
There was no figure skating to be had that night. As the number 9 hitter Doppelhauer leading off after he made that fine defensive play. Is that one? That's going to get the heart beating a little bit faster as it goes straight to the backstop for ball 1. There was professional wrestling there on Saturday night. And my childhood friend, now known as Elijah, formerly Elias, was in attendance. That's a strike.
81 pitches for Riley.
Yeah, so realistically, he wants to get through this inning, and if he does have an efficient inning, maybe you put him back out there for the start of the next, but his focus right now is get through this 5th inning and keep it at 1-all, I would imagine.
One batter at a time. We have the top of the order coming up. Matuzik stands in the on-deck circle, left fielder. Doppelhauer 0 for 1.
That's high.
Sees a high ball, 2-2. Great play there to end the 4th. Boring on 3rd.
Yeah, it was big time play because if he doesn't get that out, then the Wildcats take the lead. Now, with a hard pitch count, what this does, I would imagine, and obviously a guy like Smith, you mentioned, he's been through these battles before. He knows how to approach it. The payoff misses low. Well, whether you have a pitch count or not, you never want to do that. But what happens, I think, is you might have to change your pitching approach a little bit if you want to stay deeper in the game, because there's some pitchers that, like Smith, they're good at getting strikeouts. But if you get strikeouts, sometimes it takes a lot of pitches. So maybe you start throwing a little bit more to contact.
Let your fielders.
And you have to attack. You don't want to waste a pitch, really. You know what I mean? Sometimes you'll throw one outside of the zone, see if you can get a guy to chase. as that misses. You might not have that luxury if you're worried about the pitch count expiring, as now there's going to be some activity for the Leopards in terms of the pitching.
It's Parker Lynn.
Yep.
Who was slated to be the starter earlier on in this game.
That's a strike.
Typically what they have done in the past. Game 1 starter Lynn.
Runner at first in the form of Doppelhauer. The count 0-1, and now it's 0-2. Leopards trying to take the lead for the first time in this game here in the top of the 5th.
Hand high fastball there. Now this is where Smith, he's been here how many times tonight? We've seen 0-2, and then count goes full.
Throw to first. Well, those pickoffs have really saved his pitch count a little bit. He's got a couple of outs that way and 2 more via caught stealing that prevented him from having to do more work by throwing.
Both bullpens active. Carini.
That just misses. Good take there to make the count 1-2 as Matusik at the plate for the 3rd time. He singled and was hit by a pitch. Was that a cough or a sneeze?
That was a cough.
Okay. Well, bless you.
Bless you, thank you.
And now
Smith steps off.
Yep, trying to maybe disrupt the timing a little bit.
It's up to 89 pitches here, no outs.
Doppelhauer has a team leading 9 stolen bases, so he's a legitimate threat. Popped up, headed towards Flick's vehicle.
So Doppelhauer that stole 3rd earlier in the game, a very gutsy steal.
That was
3rd.
Jetico.
That was Jetico?
Yep, his football brethren. That did not hit Flick's vehicle, by the way. Matt Palumbo has promised that he will use himself as a shield to protect the car.
The sacrificial lamb.
1-2. And that gets away. No steal needed that time for Doppelhauer. He will get to second on a wild pitch. Wildcats looking to get the section title with a win tonight, but the Leopards making them work for it. It is 2-2 to the top of the order batter in Matusik. He now bats with the man in scoring position with Doppelhauer at second. Nobody out, top 5. High leg kick, and that misses. And Amatucci, well, it looks like Smith is in a little bit of pain right now. He's either in pain or he's just really perturbed that that was not a strike.
I would have to agree with them. I mean, Flick just gave the nod, too. That looked...
he's walking around, and again, I initially thought maybe he was in some pain, but I think now he's just trying to settle himself down. Obviously, if there was one of the coaches or certainly a trainer came out, we would kind of know, but it was just his catcher, Amatucci, who came out to talk to him. Count's now full. Runner at second. And foul tip. Good job by Matusik. Living to see another pitch. And this is certainly going to spell the end of Smith's night here in this inning, Chris.
Indeed it will. It's Carini and Alex Squirt. Backup catcher, head back to the Cat dugout. Activity continues. Lefty hurler Parker Lind warming up in the Leopards bullpen.
That's hit foul. Might be playable. And reaching over to make the catch is Kramer. What a play in foul territory by Kramer for the first down.
Cats needed that out there. Lucas Judy heads to the plate.
I think that one was going to certainly hit off of, if not clear the fence, if not for the glove of Kramer.
Officials having conversation about the outs, 1 out.
Oh, I could have told him that. Now Judy at the plate. The dangerous Lacarte on deck. That's a heck of a backhand by Amatucci. Throw not nearly in time, but if not for that slick glove work, Doppelhauer would be at third base right now.
Great backhand, as you said, by Lou there. I mean, that's big stuff right there.
That's skill, but that's also kind of you just throw the glove there, right? I mean, and this one gets in the center, but now there will be an advancement. And here comes the throw, and it's not in time. Doppelhauer for a second was laying on the turf, and now it looks like he might be in some pain, but he does get to third on the air. I thought he was just going to stay put.
Amatucci headed to the mound. Calling the infield in.
Oh, this is
for a powwow.
Yeah, this is a player called huddle. And also, I don't think that Doppelhauer is going to complain, as he's still kind of trying to work it out. His head coach, Tony Watson, went over to check with him. Oh, there you go, Chris. There it is. Split screen, your favorite.
Yeah, I love split screen. Showing off. Powwow on the mound. Breaks.
All right, so
runner on third.
If this was a movie, the Wildcats are going to do their hidden ball trick now, right?
I like it.
Yep.
1-0 the count on the lefty Judy.
Well, for Judy now, the task is a little bit easier in terms of trying to
give
your
play.
team the lead, yeah. Right. And the infield is not playing in at the up the middle spot, second and short, as well. If that's what they talked about, that wasn't how they drew it up. That was not particularly close there for Smith and Stinchula.
Yeah, I would start working on the batter here.
1-0 on Judy.
The base runners are getting into Riley's head, and that's something we haven't seen much this season.
Well, even after they got picked off and caught stealing, they've maintained that aggressiveness. And that's out to center. Not that deep. Here comes the throw to the plate, and it's offline. And the go-ahead run scored by Doppelhauer as he's given the Leopards a 2-1 lead on the sac fly.
Great hustle by Doppelhauer. He was going the whole time. He was back. He was ready. The base coach gave him the go-ahead, and Boring's laser just a little bit off. It was up the first base line, taking Louis away. We'll get another look at it here.
We have seen some bold decisions by the Leopards on the base pass. They've not always paid dividends. This time it did, as a swing and a miss from Lacarte. This might be the final hitter here, regardless, for Smith.
Wonder if Amatucci maybe could have came out to fill that.
That misses. That 100-pitch count looming large here in the top of the fifth. Belle Vernon now has its first lead, 2-1. There's 2 outs and a count of 1-1 to Lacarte. Lacarte skies this one straight up in the air, shallow right center field, and it's the second baseman Rubin who puts it away, but the Leopards take a run without a hit in the frame, and that now lead 2-1 over Greater Latrobe. We had bottom 5. That means it's time for the 5th inning stretch, brought to you by Independence Health System Expert Care here. We'll be back after this on WSN.
Relax. With us, you're in safe hands. This is Dr. Dean Huss at Huss Chiropractic in Loyalhanna. We've been helping the local community get rid of back pain, headaches, and sore joints for over 20 years. Huss Chiropractic also tackles sports-related injuries, offering alternatives to surgery that will get you back on the path to healing. To make an appointment with us, call 724-879-4385 or visit HussChiropractic.com. Go Trojans from Huss Chiropractic, Industrial Boulevard in Loyalhanna.
How do you define elite? At Elite Plumbing, Kitchens, and Baths in Latrobe, we define elite by offering the highest quality brands for kitchen and bathroom remodeling in Westmoreland County. Brands like Moen, Toto, and Cambria. Meet with one of our incredible designers who will help you choose a stunning cabinet design for your new kitchen or luxurious showers and bathtubs for your new bathroom. Call Elite Plumbing, Kitchens, and Baths for a free estimate at 724-205-6947 or visit our vast showroom in the Route 30 Plaza in Latrobe.
Aided by an error, the Leopards have taken the lead 2-1 after they score on a sacrifice fly in the top half of the fifth. Now we move bottom 5, and now it's Lucas Judy who's in the driver's seat. Going against 9-1-2 in the Cats batting order. Cooper Bassiano leading off. That is bounce foul. Bassiano flew out to center fielder Lacarte in the second inning.
It's the second plate appearance here in the fifth inning. Something Cats also are used to. They probably, typically in many of their contests this year would be third AB at this point.
0-1's up. That evens a count of 1-1.
Judy has been efficient, still at to 60 pitches.
Yeah, that first inning didn't go as planned for him. As a big swing and a miss there on the curveball, but he's really settled down since then. First inning, gave up a single, hit a batter, and then an E6 allowed Greater Latrobe to plate its lone run. That one bounces. We were told, by the way, Chris, from one of the Leopards fans, that they will actually not play tomorrow. It has been pushed to Wednesday, so if that is correct, there will be a day off. And maybe that does have a slight alteration of pitching plans.
It's confirmed by the Latrobe coaching staff. Wednesday night game.
That is stung to center and past the diving Hoffman. Good effort by the shortstop, but it is a leadoff single by Cooper Bassiano. Now the Wildcats have a chance to answer.
Judy left that curveball hanging, and getting the solid part of the stick on it was Cooper Bassiano.
It is
his first hit of the night, and that's important. You got to have a base runner. Let's see if they decide to go a little bit of small ball.
It is a big curve that he throws. That's a called strike to Leonard. Mason Leonard singled and scored in the first, grounded out in the second. Matt Bassiano, 21st season guiding this program. He's over 230 career victories. 220, 168 career mark entering this season, and he's added a dozen more to it. By the way, Chris, you and I both know the Wildcats' record is 12-2. You might see that it's 13-1 elsewhere, but it is indeed 12-2. They lost to St. Vincent St. Mary from Ohio, the school that produced LeBron James, and then they lost to Hempfield area. As the bunt missed, it was offered at, so it goes for a strike, and now it's 0-2 on Leonard. That loss to St. Vincent St. Mary was at the University of Akron after the Wildcats edged Talmadge earlier that day, back in March.
Very cold day in March. It was very sunny. Not a lot of wind, but it was chilly.
Not a cold day today.
Beautiful day today.
Swing and a miss as Judy looked like he had Leonard full, and he gets a big strikeout. Oh, there it goes, Chris. Neither one of us can bend over. All right, I got this. Headset had a little malfunction. There we go. We're a good team.
We are. Bring Louie to the plate.
Just the second strikeout for Judy. He's pitched to contact primarily tonight.
Step off and
Kostonik's gonna. Were we on air there? I didn't see what was going on. Too focused on this great action. There we are, Chris.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for tuning in this evening.
You got a nice hat on.
I do. Don't you have one?
I don't. Nope.
Oh.
He's never seen me wear a hat, so that means I can't have one. That's the rules.
Where's Robo at, Flick? Oh, he is in center field.
That one bounces. A good job of Kostonik just to knock it down and prevent the runner Bassiano from advancing. 1-0 to Amatucci here. Bottom five, Leopards clinging to a 2-1 lead.
Parker Lynn continuing to just stay warm down right below us.
Well, it's interesting. He went, as they throw to first, he went to the designated bullpen area earlier, and now he's just kind of thrown in the grass on the opposite side.
Just staying warm right here below us. 1-0 the count on Amatucci, the number 2 hitter.
ball. 2-0 to Amatucci, who's 0 for 2 in this contest.
And now the whole dynamic of the game being changed to Wednesday becomes interesting with pitching and pitch count.
Yeah, it certainly does.
You know, if you can bring somebody in that you may need tomorrow or on Wednesday, because you get a day of rest. And Flick, I know you sent me the rules on how many days of rest are required per pitches. I'll have to look that up.
It is now 3-0. I would imagine Amatucci's taken here. He does, and he takes it for strike one. Pretty much complete nightfall here at Graham Sabota Field. We are right about 8:30, hour and a half into this one. That's golf foul. There you see the beautiful field house here, part of a multi-million-dollar renovation, probably almost a decade ago, if not more than a decade at this point. They put this field in that we mentioned is used for baseball, softball, and practice fields. They put it in the field house. As that's ball 4, and Amatucci takes his base. Wildcats now have the go-ahead run on base, and that advances Bassiano to second. He now in scoring position.
Team leading batting average over 400, Jake Kramer. Gonna have to endure a timeout.
That is the first walk issued by Judy, so not much in terms of walks or strikeouts for him tonight. I mentioned the beautiful facility here, and we'd be remiss if we didn't mention the football field as part of that very pricey renovation. However, Chris, for those who follow Greater Latrobe Athletics, they know that football field is not used by the Greater Latrobe football team during regular season play.
Right. Play at Memorial Stadium, downtown Latrobe.
They do
Very
practice.
similar to like an Offutt field for
Yep.
Greensburg-Salem, if you will.
They do practice on the field, and then they use for lacrosse and soccer home games. It has also hosted neutral site playoff games for football there. Judy trying to keep his team in front as first pitch is a ball to Kramer. You mentioned team leader with that .419 batting average, also has produced a dozen RBIs. Count 1-0, 2 on. And it hit him.
Number 8.
And now the bases are loaded for the Wildcats, and there is just one out in the inning. The hit by pitch has loomed large so far tonight. So that advances Bassiano to third. Now Amatucci into scoring position in his own right. Now this is the opportunity that the Wildcats have been searching for here tonight, Chris.
Indeed.
Can Nipar Smith come through? First pitch low. Well, you just seen a walk and a hit batter. I would imagine you'd want to be a little patient here at the plate. 2-1. Leopards in front, but they are clinging to that lead at this juncture with the bases packed and just one out. Nipar Smith hitting a cool .373 as he takes ball 2.
This is definitely a first for me. Such a big game.
And you can
bases juiced, my son at the plate, so yeah, I'm a little nervous at the moment.
You can feel the intensity here. That's a called strike. Good breaking ball by Judy to get back in the count.
2-1 to score. Belle Vernon clinging to that lead. Sean Myers just mentioned a moment ago, literally about 20 seconds ago.
And a check swing, and it's a strike. I don't know if they got it on the pitch or on the offer, but either way, it gets the count even at 2-2. Bases loaded. Now, it looked like it was in the zone. Bases loaded, 1 out. Wildcats trying to tie or take the lead. Judy against Nipar Smith. The pitch. And this is hit right side, and it's bobbled. The only plays at first. It is in time. The Wildcats tie the game. It's 2-all on the RBI groundout, and now 2 in scoring position for Ruman as he tries to give the Wildcats the lead. I don't think that was going to be a double play regardless, Chris, but certainly once Doppelhauer bobbled it, his only chance was to get the runner in Nipar Smith heading to first.
This may be it for Judy. Looking to see if I see Lind. Yep, there comes out the lefty now.
And he gives the ball up. It is tied, and we will have a pitching change. Wildcats have a couple on base, 2 outs, bottom 5th. We'll take a break and continue. Don't go anywhere. It's a Westmoreland County baseball clash here on WSN.
Huge spring savings and a great selection at Mike Camlin Hyundai. Drive the new 2024 Hyundai Elantra for just $199 a month, or the new 2024 Tucson for only $259 a month. All vehicles are backed by the Mike Camlin Advantage oil changes for life.
DBAT Pittsburgh South is America's premier indoor baseball and softball training academy. Now open in the 412. What is DBAT Pittsburgh South? An 18,500 square foot state-of-the-art training facility with 4 dual Fungo-Man pitching machines, 2 hit tracks, enabled cages, elite baseball and softball instruction, 50-plus camps and clinics, and a beautiful pro shop powered by Rawlings and Easton. DBAT Pittsburgh South in Bethel Park, owned by Seton Hill baseball alum John Bachman. Learn more at dbattpitsouth.com.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices, located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart. Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Deadlocked at 2, and the Wildcats still threatening here. Bottom 5 as they've got a couple of runners in scoring position. Amatucci standing at third base. Kramer is at second. Bassiano tied the score on a ground out that brought him home off of the bat of Luke Nipar Smith. And now at the plate it is Brody Ruman, who will face Parker Lynn. Left-handed hurler, has a 2-1 record. He has a save and a .295 ERA, 19 innings worked, 10 walks to go with 29 strikeouts. Ruman reached on an error in the first. That gave the Wildcats the 1-0 lead, and then grounded out in the 4th inning. Here in the 5th, Cats have pulled even after the Leopards scored 1 in the top half. Swing and a miss as he blew that one past Ruman. Parker Lynn has garnered some big-time interest, including the likes of Mount St. Mary's and Richmond. That's fouled onto the hillside. Quickly ahead 0-2 on Ruman. Wildcats with Amatucci at third, Kramer at second, 2 outs in the frame. They have pulled even on the RBI groundout. Lynn trying to keep it at 2-all. As that gets past the catcher, and the Wildcats will take the lead. Looked like it hit Kostelnik's glove. Either way, it's now 3-2 Greater Latrobe as Amatucci gets the go-ahead run.
I honestly thought it hit Ruman. Get another look at it here.
I would be inclined. It's hard to tell exactly, but I would think that might even be a pass ball. It definitely was off the plate, no doubt about that, but it seemed like it hit Kostelnik's glove.
Yeah, I definitely would not call that a wild pitch. 2-2.
That's a ball. Well, Lynn throws hard. There's no doubt about that. And here's another look. Well, it was definitely one that handcuffed Kostelnik, but he's trying to kind of catch it awkwardly there, and I think that was the issue. There's a swing and a miss. But the Wildcats scored 2 runs, including the go-ahead run on a pass ball, and they now have the lead 3-2. We'll head to the 6th. Westmoreland County bragging rights at stake here tonight, and potentially a section title to be determined as well. Leopards and Wildcats on WSN.
Are you ready to move forward? Seton Hill University has the degree programs, the resources, and the strong community you need to keep moving in the right direction. Focused on welcoming, learning, serving, and celebrating. With over 100 years of success educating students to be fit for the world, we know that everyone's way forward looks different. Find your forward at Seton Hill University.
I am the swiftest creature alive. I can make it. I will make it.
That's where we come in. A Collision Shop by Jason Mignon is your one-stop shop for all things auto body repair. Our experienced technicians and state-of-the-art facilities have you covered. Body repairs, refinishing, glass replacement, and more. Our friendly office staff is happy to assist you through every step of your vehicle's repair process. Visit thecollisionshopbyjason.com for our complete list of services.
We head to the 6th. Wildcats now stake to a 3-2 lead, and they go to the bullpen. Dominic Carini takes over. The senior has a perfect 4-0 record with a 1.43 ERA. We keep mentioning these great numbers for these pitchers between these two teams. 14 2/3. He's given up 6 walks while striking out 11. And now he inherits a lead, but he's going against the Leopards offense that has given some problems to the Wildcats here today.
4, 5, and 6, Jetico, Nash, Bellissimo. Due up for the Leopards, as you said, down 3-2. Time running out on the Leopards. Again, a Cats win tonight seals the Section 2 4A conference title for the Cats. Of course, again, Game 2 now scheduled for Wednesday.
And we were told by one of the Leopards fans it's because of the Westmoreland County Scholar Athlete Awards tomorrow.
I believe at Lakeview.
Yep.
Ouch.
Ferrentes in Greensburg. And so Jetico leading off. He's been on base twice, infield single and a walk. Under the lights here at Greater Latrobe. This is a luxury. There's not many high school baseball venues that have lights.
With airplanes landing in the distance, we'll see one coming in here just a little bit.
You think if they had to, they could land it on this field?
No.
You don't think?
I mean, it could, but I don't think it's going to end well. Beautiful sky to our left. Haze of orange and purple.
First pitch swinging, and Jetico hits it to shallow right. And again, it's the second baseman, Ruman, who's been active, who makes the catch. Just like how he retired Lacarte to end the top of the 5th. Now Nash, the Allegheny commit. Do you know the Allegheny College
nickname? I do not. Antelopes.
This is hit out to right, and Nipar Smith knocked it down but could not make the catch, so it goes for a single by Nash, who will be an Allegheny College Gator. Well, the important thing there for Nipar Smith is that he didn't let it get it past him. Looked like he was going to have a chance to make the catch. Ultimately, kind of just knocked it down and kept it in proximity. If that gets past him, you're probably thinking triple. Big swing and a miss from Bellissimo.
Solid in the strike zone here early on.
Again, his numbers are really good. And much like Lynn, these are guys that probably on most teams, as a swing and a miss, probably on most teams, they are the number one guy. Both these pitching staffs just so talented and so successful this year. Is swing and a miss. Carini just blew it past Bellissimo for out number 2. You like seeing that if you're Matt Bastiano and Mike Polinsky.
Brings Austin Hoffman to the plate. 2 down, 3-2 lead for the Cats. Carini hot in that strike zone. Off-speed pitch there.
Greater Latrobe scored the first run back in the first inning of play. Leopards pulled even in the fourth, took the lead in the fifth, as this is hit foul and will get out of play before the Wildcats scored twice in the bottom of the fifth inning to establish this 3-2 advantage. And so far, so good for Carini. He's recorded a couple of outs. Nash, the runner at first, and he's ahead 0-2 on the batter, Austin Hoffman. Hoffman, a strikeout and a walk in his 2 plate appearances. That missed. Seems like he, much like Lynn's, getting it there pretty quickly. Now Carini steps off. Wildcats looking to stay perfect in the section and secure section supremacy in the process. Another great backhand by Amatucci on one that skipped to him. There's a look at Nash, the runner at first base. Nash has 1 stolen base this season. That's low. And now the count full to Hoffman. Leopards have the tying run on base.
It's great for the Cats. Amatucci is senior, their backup catcher. And Alex Squirt is just as good. Probably be a starter on many other teams.
He's played in just 2 games this season. Amatucci's gotten the lion's share of work. Runner will be going on the offering. Here's the payoff. Swing and a miss. Carini's fired up. The Leopards go down without pulling even despite getting a 1-out single from Nash. We had bottom 6. It's still 3-2. Greater Latrobe trying to win this one and win the section against Belle Vernon here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
A lot of events with CSA, it's one of the things I love about this organization, and I'm just so proud of what we do in Westmoreland County, from prevention conferences, veterans conferences, youth summits. We help with national night outs. There's so many different events and things that we've pulled together that have been really cool over the years. The best thing to be involved in the county, this is it. So we have a lot of members and things of that nature, but we are looking for more people to join and be a part of the group that can really be a part of the core team and invest into the community. So.
State Representative Mike Reese was a great advocate for the kids in our community. He felt athletics were a vital tool in raising healthy, happy kids. The Mike Reese Memorial Fund offers grants to local youth athletic organizations so that every kid has a chance to play. Funding is available for new equipment, registration fee offset, facility improvements, and more. Visit MikeReeseMemorialFund.com to apply.
Wildcats up 3-2, and they look to add on here in the bottom of the 6th. 7-inning game here at the high school level. Sean Myers, Christopher Smith on WSN, producer Dan Flickinger. And Matt Palumbo manning one of our many cameras here tonight.
We have a change at second base.
We do. Lucas Judy from the mound to second. So Doppelhauer not in the field.
Lefty Eli Boring steps in for called strike 1.
Probably not a great matchup here for him against the southpaw, who is throwing some gas right now on Lynn.
He is.
Goes off speed that time and finds his own to make it 0-2. There's Matt Palumbo. Looking like he's up to no good. Hiding behind that little brick
pillar.
Wall. Yeah.
Great crowd on hand here tonight.
That's the benefit of night games.
To grab some more jerky, homemade jerky from my dad. And there's a lot of people here.
I heard you were coming.
Okay. WSN crew in the house tonight. I want to thank everybody once again. Flick, any emails? Don't forget you can shoot us an email.
He said yes.
He said yes. 0-2. Line drive shot there at Coach Bass.
He can still field the position, I think. That
Other
one
one
even harder, but fortunately for the Wildcats, there's that fence there. Bassiano went on to play collegiately at Frostburg State during his playing days after graduating from Dairy area. Teammate of John Flickinger, as that's bounced foul. Now, who was better between the two? Dan Flickinger's not answering that one.
Played the fifth.
Okay, he says it's his brother because he has to say that.
John tuned in, you think? I bet you Johnny Flicks tuned in. John, or maybe Hayden tuned in. And
swing and a miss as Boring eliminated by Lynn. Well, Lynn's got a couple of strikeouts. Unfortunately for him, that pass ball has the Wildcats in front 3-2.
Looks as if Boring may have chased that outside. Get another look at it here.
That's some movement there. You can see why this pitcher is garnering some D1 interest as he finds his own against Carini.
Probably see Lynn on Wednesday.
I don't know. I mean, obviously, he's really good.
The outcome of this game.
I think Colton Lee could arguably be their ace. And that's, you say ace, they got three really good pitchers. That's all that really matters. You don't need to necessarily define all of it, as that's a strike. But you look at Colton Lee's numbers, and we saw him running earlier. 4-0 with a 1.97 ERA and a team leading 39 strikeouts. So I don't think they would have any hesitancy to throw him. 1-2. Swing and a miss. As that easy work for Lynn as he's got another punch out. All three outs he's recorded have been via the strikeout.
LNS, Luke Nightbar-Smith in the bullpen for the Wildcats. I just saw that.
Yeah, we wondered, as you see Seton Hill assistant coach and their pitching coach, Clay Martin, in attendance here. And that hit him. And so Stinchola makes his way down. That sounded
hurtful.
Not fun. But if you get hit like that, you don't want to show any ill effects if you're the batter. So Stinchola makes his way down.
I believe we just got a wave from Clay, maybe tuned in.
Oh, goodness. Swing and a miss from Bassiano. Good to see that Stinchola was okay after that.
2 down, 0-1, 3-2 the lead for the Cats.
Now how big would an insurance run be here?
Coming at us.
Goodness. That one got here quickly. Had fans scattering, had Flick holding his breath. The count 0-2. Palumbo was not fielding his position there. And as Lynn steps
Caught him on his heels.
Stinchola, the runner at first. The count 0-2. That's up. So how crucial would it be to make this a 4-2 game if you're GL?
Huge. Absolutely huge at this situation. I believe due up is 6, 7, 8 for the Leopards in the top half of the 7th. That one misses out and away. 2-2 the score.
2-2 the count. Yes.
2-2 the count, yes, sorry. But I think it gives Carini the confidence that he already has confidence, but it gives him that much more that if something does happen and a runner is on, he's got a little bit of cushion.
Yeah, you don't have to be absolutely perfect.
Sure.
So it remains 2-2 on Bassiano, the number 9 hitter for the Wildcats against Parker Lynn, who's impressed since he's come on in relief of Lucas Judy. 2-2. This is bounced to second. And it's Judy who throws to first to retire the side. No runs, no hits, one left on base. We head to the 7th. Wildcats holding a 3-2 lead. They'll try to clinch the section title as we continue right here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
Drive like a champion with Bowser Chevrolet of Monroeville. You're always on the winning team with Bowser Chevrolet. Visit BowserChevrolet.com 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and get the power of Bowser in your hands. Customize your payments, apply for financing, get a value for your trade and more with the Bowser Express Store. See the full lineup of Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs at BowserChevrolet.com. Bowser Chevrolet, where the power of Bowser is yours.
This is how far we'll go to detect lung cancer. 5 millimeters and a chest x-ray can't see it. Independence Health System uses low-dose CT scanning and advanced visualization to detect and treat lung cancer at its earliest stage, leading to more treatment options and potentially better outcomes. Early, accurate, and advanced detection and therapy, all available at Independence Health System. Expert.
Last chance for the Leopards. They trail 3-2. Need a run to keep this game going here. Top 7, Sean Myers and Chris Smith on the call. Wildcats know what's at stake. They get these 3 outs without the tying run coming across, and they will go back-to-back as Class 4A Section 2 champions. If the Leopards find a way to win this game, it will be determined on Wednesday. Not tomorrow, but rather Wednesday, when these teams will finish their 2-game set in Ross Traver.
First day of May.
You going to send a lot of it's going to be May memes to people?
May the 4th be with you is the only one I know.
That's only on May 4th. Yeah.
Is there one for May 1?
Yeah, with Justin Timberlake. As that
I'm
misses.
sorry, I'm not up to date on all my JT.
This is Colton Lee batting for Kostelnik here. We saw Lee as a runner back in the first inning as he takes that for ball 1. 323 average, or excuse me, ball 2. 323 average for Colton Lee. So they call upon the lefty to bat against Carini. That's in for a strike. Well, for him, you would love to get in scoring position right off the bat, but just getting on base representing the tying run would be massive as he sends this one out of play. Count now is 2-2. Inside and low, and now the count's full to Lee. Wildcats playing a couple runs in the bottom of the 5th after BVA took a short-lived lead in the top half of the frame. That's where we stand now at 3-2. This one's hit to short. Bassiano throws across for a big first out.
Another one of those 6-3s that we've seen so many times this year. Coop shuffles left, fields clean, nice solid throw over to the senior. Jacob Kramer.
Now we're going to see Lynn bat, as this was Doppelhauer's spot previously, but Doppelhauer exited when Lynn came in on the mound. He is boasting a team-leading 571 average, although somewhat of a small sample size as he takes the first pitch strike. Has 5 runs scored, but no RBIs this season. That's a ball. 1-1 to Lynn. That misses low. Number 9 hitter in the order, but it's the first time that Lynn's been at the plate here tonight. Ball 3. Carini in his second inning of work after he took over for Riley Smith. And that's clearly up, all 4. Now the tying run on base in the form of Lynn. And it brings the top of the order and Matusik to the plate. Matusik, a single, hit by pitch, and a pop out. Strike 1.
So crucial to lead off, your first pitch to be a strike. Opens up the option of different pitches.
That's up, evening the count at 1-1. Tying run potentially at first base in the form of Lind. He has 2 stolen bases this season.
Again, lead off after this. You have Lucas Judy, then Adam Lacarte, who's already hit 1 bomb.
That's foul. Yeah, Lacarte is not who the Wildcats want to see come to the plate here.
Indeed, no. You want to try to end it here, maybe hit into a double play. 1-2. Going to shorten his swing is Matusik.
That's up.
Just missed at the hands, 2-2.
No, I think Amatucci's already proven that he's tough to run on, but we'll see if the Leopards trying to get the run game in motion. Nothing, and it hit him. Oh,
but
and
it hit the bat.
It did not. Umpire says that is a hit batter. And now he might actually confer with the field umpire to
confirm this, because I thought I heard it hit the bat.
Well, a lot of times you go by the sound if you're an umpire. And Mike Lucon now talking with Dave King. And we're not going to hear it here. I think they said it's the hand of Matusik. And you can hear Matt Bassiana saying it's the sound. That's what the first thing he mentioned.
That sounds from his wrist. You better get him the emergency room.
And now a timeout as the Wildcats are going to talk things over.
I'd have to agree with Matt Bassiana. You could hear it. Nonetheless, it's over. Runners on first and second.
Well, it's a big call because what it does is put Matusik at first, and now the potential tying run with some speed is at second base.
With Lacarte on deck.
Yeah, and barring a game-ending double play, he's going to come to the plate.
Coach Poe, quick visit to the mound.
Yeah, he's the pitching coach. Bill Wisniewski is on staff, and he, formerly at Greensburg-Salem, we mentioned the Wildcats are slated to play the Golden Lions later this season, so that'll be interesting for him.
Final game of the season, senior night for the Wildcats, 6 of them. Amatucci, Carini, Kramer, Lloyd, Nagy, and Riley Smith. Game 1 starter. Exited after the 5th due to pitch count.
He's in line for the win. He's got his fingers crossed right now that his team can get these final 2 outs. Lucas Judy at the plate. Called strike. Judy has drawn a walk, struck out, and had a sacrifice fly that gave the Leopards at the time a 2-1 lead. Swing and a miss late on that. Carini trying to get a big second out with his team staked to a 3-2 lead, top of the 7th. 1 out for BVA, but a couple of Leopards on the base paths.
Carini's been here before.
0-2. Fouled off. Good job by Judy to stay alive.
Great job by Judy. Just getting enough of that.
He's tied for the team lead with 16 RBIs entering tonight. We mentioned he already added 1 on the sacrifice fly. He's not thinking sack fly here, though.
Like to see something of the more level variety.
That's away, and now the count is 1-2 on Judy. Lind at second, Matusik at first base. It has been tightly contested the whole way here tonight. And they throw to first, and it gets away! Off of Kramer's glove, and now here comes Lind to the plate, and it is tied. A 2-base error. The Leopards have pulled even, and Lind goes from second to home on the miscue. Just one that you probably don't need to do there. And it's hard to second guess Amatucci has gotten the better of the base runners as this one's now hit to second. And a throw dug out by Kramer. A massive play there by Kramer to retire Judy for the second out. Matusik now is at third base.
McCart steps in. I believe 1 for 3 on the evening, correct? Including that home run.
2 for 3. Had a single back in the first. That misses high. First base is open.
What do you think? Give it to him?
Well, they're not intentionally walking him, but I would not give him anything that he can do much with. And that hit him.
That's one way to put him on first.
The second hit batter of the inning.
Bring up Jake Jedico. Clean up.
Now Jedico has an infield single, a walk, and a pop out. Leopards have tied this game, and they have the go-ahead run at third base. Ball 1. 2 hit batters and an error looming large here in this inning. There has not been a hit for the Leopards. And they're saying that he has to throw. I don't think that that's a high school rule. That's a major league rule now. That is skied, and Jedico's frustrated because it should be routine for Bassiano as he makes the catch behind the bag. But the Leopards get a run on an error as they pull even, and now we head bottom 7, 3-all. Wildcats will have a chance to try to walk it off as we continue Westmoreland County baseball here on WSN.
Drive like a champion with Bowser Chevrolet of Monroeville. You're always on the winning team with Bowser Chevrolet. Visit BowserChevrolet.com 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and get the power of Bowser in your hands. Customize your payments, apply for financing, get a value for your trade and more with the Bowser Express Store. See the full lineup of Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs at BowserChevrolet.com. Bowser Chevrolet, where the power of Bowser is yours.
This is how far we'll go to detect lung cancer. 5 millimeters and a chest x-ray can't see it. Independence Health System uses low-dose CT scanning and advanced visualization to detect and treat lung cancer at its earliest stage, leading to more treatment options and potentially better outcomes. Early, accurate, and advanced detection and therapy, all available at Independence Health System. Expert.
Here we go, bottom 7. Wildcats can win it with the run, and they will have the top of the order against Parker Lynn. It begins with Mason Leonard. Well, Chris, it's not going to be easy the way that Lynn has thrown so far.
No, he does throw smoke, upper 80s.
That's a strike.
Wildcats have walked off 2 games this season. Actually, I lied.
Did they
walked off
against
3.
Talmadge in 11 innings? Right? That's up.
I don't know if that was a walk-off, though.
They, I believe, played as the home team. You could double-check that, but I
Talmadge
believe...
was the home team, I thought.
No? Double-check that.
Let me look.
Yep. That's why we have cell phones or computers, as that is a strike to make it 1-2 on Leonard.
Talmadge was the home team.
Okay.
But I know that we walked off Connellsville against Connellsville.
2-2. Yeah, that was to start the season for the Wildcats. 1-0 victory against the Falcons.
1 against Uniontown, and I know Cooper Bassiano had a triple here that was also a walk-off. I just can't remember who it was against.
Well, if they get the leadoff runner on, that's going to increase their chances here, and they will. Ball 4. And so Leonard takes his base. There's no other games that they won at home by a single run.
Yeah, but it might have been a bases clearing triple.
Okay, gotcha.
Perhaps.
Well, right now, they would certainly take a triple from Amatucci as Leonard, representing the go-ahead or winning run in this scenario, is at first base here. Bottom 7, Wildcats, the home team, trying to secure the section title.
Amatucci striking the ball well, just hitting it right at the Leopards. See if he can find a gap.
We've seen a lot of different ways to score runs here tonight. The Wildcats, on a pass ball, took the lead in this game. They scored their first run on an error, and then we saw an error by the Wildcats allow the Leopards to pull even in the top half as that bunt goes foul.
A 2 stolen base. Is that Matuzik?
That scored the tying run?
No,
There's
excuse
Lynn.
me, the catcher.
Oh, yes, it is Kostelnik.
Kostelnik.
And he is, I think that bunt foul caught him on a hop. It's hard to see where it got him. Maybe the forearm or elbow. And now the trainer's going to come out. And so runner at first, the count 0-1 to Louis Amatucci. And looks like Kostelnik's going to be okay now. Sure he's going to field that one for a while. Well, do you go back to the bunt here?
Well, I mean, you got to – something just happened to Kostelnik. So do we start to push the envelope on a base pass, maybe play some more short ball, make him come out of his crouch? Yeah, maybe lay one down.
Leonard has –
or hit Louis for the 8th time this season.
We have seen hit by pitch aplenty tonight. No bunt needed. And now Kramer, who is an outstanding hitter, might be called upon to sacrifice. We'll see.
No outs. Runners on first and second. Mason Leonard, Louis Amatucci.
If you bunt
both
here,
walk, hit by pitch.
If you bunt, then Nipar Smith almost certainly will be intentionally walked, and then it puts the onus on Ruben. That's ball one. No sign of a bunt there by Kramer. I mean, typically you would see a bunt here, but I think that there's a lot that.
Well, Bellissimo is playing way up.
Yeah. First baseman is well in front. That's a strike. I think you maybe have some confidence in Lynn here as well, if you're the Leopards, that he can get a big strikeout. And conversely, to the Wildcats think
double play
about that. There's a strike, and now it's 1-2. You know, if Kramer makes it out, he needs to make sure it's a productive one. Easier said than done against the pitcher.
Ergo, move the runners up, correct?
2 on already. Foul tip as he stays alive.
Certainly the advantage will go to Lynn with Luke Nipar Smith also being a lefty.
Yeah. Well, I said you would walk him if it was a bunt here, but lefty-lefty maybe
Go
not.
right at him.
So many different scenarios these coaches are going through. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss.
Off speed got him.
Well, that is massive, as Kramer with his robust .419 average is the first out. That is the 4th punch out for Parker Lynn.
Speedy Mason Leonard on second.
Nipar Smith trying to be the hero. 0 for 3. Did have an RBI last time up. Takes that away. Lynn took over for Judy in the 5th inning. High bouncer. Lynn looked to third, throws to first, and gets the out there. Both runners advance, but now there's 2 outs. If you're the Wildcats, you would have loved to have seen Kramer do that instead. And so now Ruman comes to the plate. First base is open. Boring on deck.
I believe Ruman was the first to face Lynn, correct?
He was, and he was a strikeout victim, but not before a pass ball gave the Wildcats the lead. Strike. We have seen so many crazy ways that runs have scored and batters have got on base. Don't count out a potential wild pitch pass ball ending this one either, the way this game's played out. That's inside. A lot of pressure on Kostelnik, who's already a little banged up. We saw earlier this inning. The count 1-1, 2 outs, 3 all here in the bottom of the 7th. Wildcats win the game if they get a run home here. Foul ball on Kostelnik again. He's having a long, long night. Ooh. And he just fired as hard as he could the ball back to Lynn. Nothing that Lynn did wrong there, but he was on the receiving end of that. And fortunately, Lynn's got
luckily, it was a foul ball, so it's dead ball, correct? Yeah. I mean, that kid's by Lynn.
Yeah, he's got some good reactions. 1-2. And swing and a miss, and the 7th inning comes to an end. We are headed to extras as Ruman punched out, and it stays 3-all. 8th inning upcoming. Wildcats and Leopards, don't go anywhere. Extra inning ball right here on WSN.
It started with a simple idea: to break what the game knows, to evolve the standard. It's time to revolutionize defense. Printed in 4D for a breakthrough in technology. Ultra lightweight, resilient, form fit, game ready and pro tested. Designed for a revolution. Engineered for defense. The Rev 1X.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices, located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart. Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Extra innings baseball as we head to the 8th. It is still 3-all as Carini remains on the hill. He will face 5, 6, 7 in the batting order for BVA. Leopards scored the tying run on a throwing error by catcher Louis Amatucci. And the Wildcats had the potential winning run to third, but a strikeout off third by Parker Lynn sent this game to extra innings. Nash to lead off. He's 1 for 3. Here's some defensive instructions being given by Greater Latrobe.
Veteran head coach Matt Bassiano talking to his fielders here in the top of the 8th. Well, we knew it was going to be a good one.
Swinging a foul tip by Nash. We mentioned Bassiano. He has a championship on his resume. Not a lot of coaches can say that, but the 2017 version of the Wildcats claimed both WPIAL and state gold as it counts 1-1 here to Nash. Zach Koska, Jared Kolar, Ryan Shawley, some of the stars of that team as that misses. It's now 2-1 to Nash, starting the 8th inning.
Looked pretty good. You saw the reaction from Carini there.
This one is golfed foul, and it gets out of play on the hillside. Some multiple college coaches here, Chris. Obviously, there's plenty of talent that they've got their eye on.
That's what I was going to say, no shortage of it here tonight.
And that was a little bit of a stalemate there. That's a ball. Count runs full, 3-2 to Nash. Unlike Major League Baseball, we don't start with a placed runner at second. Swing and a miss. And some frustration for Nash. He looked like he was well late on that. Carini
nice pitch selection. Sorry, go ahead.
He gets his third punch out.
He does. A great pitch selection, and I think these pitchers are truly blessed. They have the pitching staff and the catcher and Louis Amatucci, and as I mentioned, you have Alex Squirt starting for him next year. This one's going to be foul behind us. Whoa.
Off of the walkway.
There's a dad from Belle Vernon that thought about it.
That stings your hands if you try catching one of those.
Indeed it does. I did it once before, and I'll never do it again. Actually, it was a line drive home run.
This one's fouled straight back. So a couple of balls out of play off the bat of Bellissimo. Hit by pitch, sacrifice, and a strikeout in his 3 plate appearances.
Hoffman on deck.
Strike 3 called as he's rung up. Back-to-back punch-outs for Carini. Trying to keep this a 3-all game heading to the bottom half. Hoffman now digs in. He has a couple strikeouts, and sandwiched in between, he drew a walk. That's hit pretty well to left. Leonard backpedaling, makes the catch. A long fly ball out by Hoffman brings an end to the top of the 8th. Wildcats will have another crack to win it as we head bottom 8. Greater Latrobe, Belle Vernon 3-all here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
How do you define elite? At Elite Plumbing, Kitchens, and Baths in Latrobe, we define elite by offering the highest quality brands for kitchen and bathroom remodeling in Westmoreland County. Brands like Moen, Toto, and Cambria. Meet with one of our incredible designers who will help you choose a stunning cabinet design for your new kitchen or luxurious showers and bathtubs for your new bathroom. Call Elite Plumbing, Kitchens, and Baths for a free estimate at 724-205-6947 or visit our vast showroom in the Route 30 Plaza in Latrobe.
The Collision Shop by Jason Mignone is your one-stop shop for all things auto body repair. Our experienced technicians and state-of-the-art facilities have you covered on both passenger and heavy-duty vehicle repairs, including scratches, scrapes, and dents, free estimates, body repairs, welding, refinishing, glass replacement, and more. Our all-new alignment and calibration shop has the tooling, equipment, and staffing to ensure top-quality alignment and calibration adjustments for your vehicle. Our friendly office staff is more than happy to assist you through every step of your vehicle's repair process. Visit the Collision Shop by Jason for our complete list of services.
Bottom 8, Greater Latrobe with a chance to have a dramatic section clincher here tonight. They've got Eli Boring leading off, left-on-left matchup against the flame-throwing Parker Lind. Lind has been really good since he's come on. Swing and a miss. When the first batter he faced, however, Chris, it was a pass ball that allowed the Wildcats to take, at that time, a 3-2 lead. That lead stood until BVA pulled even as that's hit out to center. And LeCarte, ranging back, makes the catch. Made it look easy, covering that ground to retire Boring for the first out. The Leopards then got even on a miscue by the Greater Latrobe catcher. So catchers have been the center of attention here tonight, certainly.
Now 2 bases stolen by Colton Lee to knot this one at 3. Bring up Dom Carini.
Carini's now the pitcher of record for the Wildcats at this juncture.
Takes ball 1. 1 out, bottom of the 8th.
Carini 0 for 3. That misses high. He has one of the 3 home runs this season. That was a walk-off winner. 2-0 to Carini. 3-0. I think Carini's probably taken here. Stinchola, the number 8 hitter's on deck.
You've seen a lot of production out of the bottom of the order of the Cats this season.
That's a strike.
See if they can string something together here. 3-1, 1 out.
Well, Stinchola's been effective on deck. He's got a single and was hit by a pitch, and then Bassiano has a single as the count now runs full. Tied here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss. Great job by Lynn to battle back. He was down 3-0, and he wins that battle for his 6th strikeout. Now Stinchula, and he's going to talk to his head coach. Bassiano on deck, that being Cooper, not the head coach, Matt.
Or the older son.
First pitch ball.
Dante.
Yeah, Dante moved on. He was part of last year's senior class that got to a WPAL title game, but they came up just shy against Hopewell down at Wild Things Park. That's a strike.
Lynn hits the 50-pitch mark, but that's strike.
Foul back. Well, for the Leopards, you've used now Judy and Lynn, meaning that a lot of pressure is going to probably be on Colton Lee if they do win here tonight, as that misses. If the Leopards win, then the game Wednesday will determine the section title.
Puts a lot of weight on the aforementioned Colton Lee.
That's in. Now, if the Wildcats win tonight, they clinch, and then we'll see how maybe the teams potentially change that game plan. Payoff pitch, but not before time is called. Stinchula's been on base twice, looking to make it a 3rd time. Bottom 8, 3-0. Got just a piece of it. Someone was calling for interference there, but nothing doing. Couldn't tell anything there. Long look in for Lynn. Payoff pitch. And called strike 3. He gets 2 more strikeouts. He continues to mow him down, and we will head to the 9th. It is still 3-0. Extra innings baseball continues. Leopards, Wildcats right here on WSN.
At Smale Kia, we know that winning takes hard work, dedication, and a commitment to excellence. By sponsoring Shining Stars, we'll select 2 teams each season to help fund their booster programs. Rewarding their hard work, athletic progress, and community service is an investment we're proud to make. Congrats to our previous Shining Star winners, and good luck. And speaking of excellence, lease a 2024 Kia Forte LXS for only $99 a month from Smale Kia.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Frazier. I recently went back to school to earn my bachelor's degree in behavioral health from Seton Hill University. I work full-time with people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. I'm also married with young children, so I was looking for a program that offered both flexibility and a personal touch. The educators at Seton Hill really want you to reach your highest potential and will work with you so you can succeed.
We now head to the 9th inning. It's a 7-inning regulation game, but nothing's been decided yet, as the Leopards scored once in the top of the 7th, and we've had goose eggs since then. Greater Latrobe still riding Dom Carini, second pitcher for them after he replaced Riley Smith as a first pitch ball from Carini to Kostelnik. Kostelnik's gotten beat up a little bit. He was pinch hit for by Lee in the 7th inning, but he's now back batting here and has a count 2-0 in his favor. And that is smoked out to left center. And Kostelnik making the turn, but it's cut off nicely by Mason Leonard. Leadoff single for the BVA catcher. Well, that was awfully important that Mason Leonard was able to get to that one as quickly as he did.
Yeah, Leopards showing, not afraid to run the base pass. That's just the 6th hit for the Leopards this evening. Greater Latrobe. Well, a stick on just 4 baseballs in play.
Of those 6, Chris, 3 of them came in the first inning as Lynn bunts, and then in self-defense, he fouls that one off. So we'll see if he gets another opportunity to try to bunt the runner over. And another one that's found. Now it's 0-2, and the bunt likely no longer is an option for Lynn. Mentioned he had a good batting average of .571. He drew a walk back in the 7th inning, and he scored the tying run. So he's looking for approval from Mike Luke on home plate umpire. He says, let's play ball. Count 0-2. It's inside. And the Wildcats thought that could have been strike 3. Yeah, it looked like it was a little off. Count 1-2. There's a called strike 3. And down goes Lynn. That is the 5th strikeout for Carini. Back to the top of the order with Matusik. Nice curve there. Seen some big breaking balls tonight. Fouled back.
It might be school bus or the young man on the bicycle. Not Flickinger's car, though.
Matusik, single, hit by pitch, pump out, hit by pitch. And frustrated after he was late on that hack. Flick's going to go get that foul ball.
2.5 hours in. Still comfortable temperature. I'm kind of glad that it is because I didn't bring my hoodie.
That misses.
That also looked very close.
Well,
we know how to give the replay in the absence of our producer extraordinaire.
Oh, I do, but I'm probably a little late now. I don't know if I caught it or not. And that is a called strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts looking. And now Judy comes back to the plate.
Stelnick led off with that hard hit single. And just the 6th hit.
That's away.
Another aircraft coming in to Greater Latrobe Airport.
Shortstop Paciano makes the catch. And the leadoff runner is stranded. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We head bottom 9. Wildcats will have another crack to play hero. It is 3-all in this extra innings affair here on WSN.
Have you or someone you know committed to play a sport at the next level? Let us know by emailing info@westmorelandsports.com so we can add you to our WSN College Commitment page. Our unique page features a list of current Westmoreland County student athletes that have made a verbal or written commitment to play a sport in college. No matter what sport at what level, our College Commitment page has you covered. Check it out next time you visit westmorelandsports.com.
The pulse of Western Pennsylvania is in very good hands. It's a system of healthcare whose hospitals have earned some of medicine's most prestigious honors, like the top 10% in the country for specialty cardiac care, a heart surgery program ranked in the top 2% nationwide, and cited as high performing for heart bypass, heart failure, and heart attack. The pulse of Western Pennsylvania is indeed in very good hands at Independence Health System. Expert care.
We head bottom 9. It remains deadlocked at 3 apiece. Greater Latrobe and Belle Vernon area. First place and section supremacy on the line in this series between the top two teams in Class 4A, Section 2. Wildcats have 9-1-2 due up, beginning with Cooper Bassiano, who caught that weak pop-up to bring an end to the top half of the frame. A few extra warm-ups here for Lynn. I think they're buying some time for their catcher, and indeed that is the case. As Kostelnik comes back out. For Bassiano, he's 1 for 3. Had a single and a run scored in the 5th inning. Half of the game's runs came in that 5th inning. Leopards scored 1 in the top half and then 2 in the bottom half by the Wildcats. First pitch fouled. That one to the school behind us. Here at Gramps Sabota Field, the home of Greater Latrobe. An all Westmoreland County clash here on WSN. That one's fouled and hits off of the fence.
That one was coming right for the side window, bud.
Good thing that fence wasn't about 2 feet lower. Count now 0-2 on Bassiano. And called strike 3. And we have seen both teams, Chris, the batters, looking at a lot of called strike 3s.
Off-speed pitch, got him. Great pitch selection. Get another look at it right here. And it kind of buckled Coop's knees.
Maybe clip the outside corner with that late movement.
See if Lenny can get something going here. Top of the order for the Cats.
First pitch, a ball to Mason Leonard.
Looked pretty good.
It's not major leagues. We don't typically play 9. It's a 7-inning game, but we've needed 9 so far. We'll see if it goes to the 10th or if the Wildcats can win it here, as that draws the count 2-0.
Lenny drew a walk his last at bat, correct?
He did.
And then Louie
was hit by pitch. Yep. Wildcats
Kramer
ultimately.
Cade.
There's a strike. Here's some chatter both ways. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Leonard might have been a little behind there. Leopards have already secured their spot in the postseason as a weak swing and a miss. And that's another strikeout. That is the 9th punch out for Lynn, and he did not come into this game until the 5th. I mentioned both these teams postseason bound. If the Leopards win tonight, then Wednesday will decide which team is the section champ, and that will be at the Leopards home field.
Definitely have impacts on the WPL team seeding.
No doubt. And even if the Wildcats were to win tonight, I think the second game, you're thinking playoff seedings as well, even though we already know who the section champ would be, as that's a swing and a miss.
100% agree with that.
Now that said, you have to have a little bit of caution with your pitching. You don't want to throw a guy who's, potentially going to be overtaxed with it, as that's in to make the count 1-2, and now Lynn looking to strike out the side and push this game into the 10th.
We know that Lynn will not be available
and there
on Wednesday.
Is strike 3 as he mows them down. He has gotten double-digit strikeouts. He's got 10, and we will head to the 10th. 3-0 Wildcats and Leopards here on WSN.
Relax. With us, you're in safe hands. This is Dr. Dean Huss at Huss Chiropractic in Loyal Hannah. We've been helping the local community get rid of back pain, headaches, and sore joints for over 20 years. Huss Chiropractic also tackles sports-related injuries, offering alternatives to surgery that will get you back on the path to healing. To make an appointment with us, call 724-879-4385 or visit huskchiropractic.com. Go Trojans from Husk Chiropractic, Industrial Boulevard in Loyalhanna.
State Representative Mike Reese was a great advocate for the kids in our community. He felt athletics were a vital tool in raising healthy, happy kids. The Mike Reese Memorial Fund offers grants to local youth athletic organizations so that every kid has a chance to play. Funding is available for new equipment, registration fee offset, facility improvements, and more. Visit MikeReeseMemorialFund.com to apply.
We head to the 10th, and it is 3-all, Leopards and Wildcats, and this has been a marathon contest here. Wildcats look poised to win it as they took a lead to the 7th, but BVA pulled even, and neither team has scored since then. Believe it or not, Chris, we've had just 4 pitchers so far tonight.
Well, they're efficient. Good fielding. It's 10 hits, 2 errors on each side.
And the dangerous Adam Lacarte steps to the plate.
Matty Palumbo wishes we had another cameraman. Heard that he needs to use the facilities here, but there's quite the line, and he is stuck.
There he is. We can only see his head. He has a body attached, I promise. Well, it wasn't against Carini, but I'm sure he paid attention to what Lacarte did earlier this game as that first pitch of ball. Lacarte's been on base 3 times tonight. Single, home run, pop up, and then hit by pitch. Nearly hit there. The running game and the hit by pitch have loomed large tonight.
Errors as well, yes.
Hit by pitch. That has become a major storyline tonight, and for the second time, Lacarte plunked.
Almost as many HBPs as there are hits. I'll bring up Jake Jetico.
There's going to be a lot of sore student athletes tomorrow.
A lot of ice being bagged here after this one.
Now the man affectionately known as Jetty Wap heads to the plate. Ball 1.
Looks like the men's lacrosse team joining us after their contest next door.
Wildcats with the narrow victory tonight. (1-0) misses low. Now 2-0 to Jetico. That's in for a strike. Lacarte at first. He has 6 stolen bases this season. He was picked off back in the first inning. Fouled straight back. So that evens the count. 3-all here in the 10th inning. Runner goes, and it's hit out to right. This could be a double play. Nipar Smith waiting for it to land, and by the time it finally ended up in his glove, the runner Lacarte able to get back to first as it goes for the first down. And now Nash will come to the plate. It's being hounded by fans tonight, aren't you, Chris?
Yeah, retrieving Gatorade for the Leopards. I was told that Lucas Judy was cramping up.
Why were you in charge of getting Gatorade?
I don't know, because I'm a good soul.
Nash at the plate. Puts a bunt down. And it's bobbled, and now the throw is in time. Good recovery by Carini. That could have been disastrous. It goes for the second out. Lacarte now in scoring position. No panic there from Carini. Bellissimo. He's got a chance to give his team the lead. These teams had not played for quite a while prior to last year when they were paired in the same section. Wildcats swept the double dip. That's a called strike from Carini.
It's important for Carini to get out ahead in the count, 0-1 on Bellissimo, the first baseman.
Does not have a hit, but he's been hit by pitch and had a sacrifice last 2 times up. That was kind of weird looking there.
Looked like the crane from
I was going to say,
Kid.
was that Mr. Miyagi?
Yeah,
what in the
Daniel
world?
LaRusso out there. I'm pretty sure just about everybody in these lineups has been hit by a pitch tonight.
That one coming at eye level to Bellissimo. There it is, Chris. Now he's going to do wax on, wax off a little bit later, I think. Hopefully no sweeping of the leg in this game.
No body bags, yeah.
1-1. That one sent back to the fencing. 2 outs here in the frame, but a man in scoring position in the form of Lacard, who's got some good speed. Single to the outfield, he's probably coming home.
3-4-5 due for the Cats in the bottom half. See if Carini can get Bellissimo, but Bellissimo gets a timeout before.
Well, if you're the Leopards, the way that Lind is throwing right now, you feel like you get a run here, and it's your game to have. He struck out the side in order last inning.
10 strikeouts in total.
That one bounces, and now Amitucci throws behind, and it hits the runner. Well, Amitucci is not backed away from throwing the ball around because of that error last time, and it looked like he gave his team a great opportunity to try to eliminate Lacarte, but as Lacarte was going to third, the throw from Bassiano hit him.
Great job by Lacarte. It's almost like he was drawing it.
Back to the pitcher, and Carini will take it himself and flip across, and we will head bottom 10 with the score tied at 3-all. Good job by Carini to field the position and strand a runner at third. Don't go anywhere. High drama here at Greater Latrobe on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
Zero, zip, zilch, nada. Now during the Volkswagen Sign Then Drive event at Send LVW, qualified customers can lease with zero down, zero security deposit, no first month's payment, and zero due-it signing. Lease a new 2023 Tiguan with 4Motion as low as $469 a month for up to 36 months. It's a sales event you've been waiting all year for. Now at Send LVW, Greensburg. SendLVW.com. We would love to meet you.
Are you ready to move forward? Seton Hill University has the degree programs, the resources, and the strong community you need to keep moving in the right direction. Focused on welcoming, learning, serving, and celebrating. With over 100 years of success educating students to be fit for the world, we know that everyone's way forward looks different. Find your forward at Seton Hill University.
First pitch strike to Jacob Kramer from Parker Lind. We are now in the bottom of the 10th. It is still 3-all. That one bounces to the backstop. Now Zach Bush is tuning in. Says, great job as always, guys. Your production of local sports is second to none. It's been enjoyable watching here in Maryland. He, the son of Jason Bush, who coaches a lot of these Wildcats for Legion Baseball, and he is currently coaching Ligonier Valley Rams.
That one's scalping the fans there to our right.
Scalping them? That sounds unpleasant.
Just up and over.
Well, this is probably the guy that you want at the plate right now if you're the Wildcats and Kramer. He has had an outstanding season, but he takes another called strike 3. It's been an epidemic for the Wildcats, and that is the 11th strikeout for Lynn. He has 6 in a row via punch-out. This is just an epic performance from him in relief. Feels like a lifetime ago that Lucas Judy was on the hill.
Feels like a whole different game. Almost is.
Nipar Smith 0 for 4 with an RBI. First pitch ball. Fly out, ground out, ground out, ground out. Wildcats win with a run. Bouncer, and that's foul. And a little Olay there by Matt Bassiano.
Get in front of that ball, Dorn.
Got a piece of it.
Nipar Smith, one of the 3 Cats to go yard this season.
Who did that come against?
I believe it was Ringgold. I think Ringgold.
1-1. That's up. It is a lot of unfamiliar opposition for the Wildcats. When they dropped down to 4A, they started playing programs that they really had not seen in a long time, if at all. Now 3-1. They have moved around so much. They won that state title and the WPAL title in 5A. Then they moved up to 6A, then back to 5A, and now their second year in 4A. Always on the move, it feels like. Ball 4, and the go-ahead and winning run potentially now is on base with Nipar Smith.
Brody Ruman steps in. Second baseman for the Cats.
Second walk issued by Lynn.
One out here.
So you wonder, with 1 out already, do the Wildcats go to the bunt here? You would think it would be tough to get 2 hits off of Lynn. But if you have a sacrifice bunt here, you might only need 1 hit, but then you only have 1 out with which to work. If you're Matt Bassiano, what's the thought process here?
You're asking, and I don't know. I mean, right now, it's so hard. He's got 11 strikeouts.
Yeah.
You know?
I would, because of that, I would probably be inclined to bunt.
I mean, I started to feel a little bit better the more that the Cats were seeing him, that they would, okay, I've seen him once, and we're going to get the bat on him. But so far, they haven't. But like you said, with 1 out, did they lay 1 down here?
Well, Ruman against him is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Swinging away, and fouls this one. And the ball disappeared into the night. 0-1 on Ruman. Reached on an error in the first inning that allowed the Wildcats to get on the board. That was 9 innings ago. 3-3 in the 10th. Swing and a miss. That was a big-time hack by Ruman, who is down in the count 0-2. Boring on deck. That's fouled back. Pitch count, I'm going to guess, is around 75. Chris will confirm or deny this momentarily. Count 1-2.
80.
80. Well, I think they're going to ride him as long as they possibly can, as that misses.
They are sending Colton Lee out to the bullpen.
Nipar Smith has
putting everything into the basket.
He's got 3 stolen bases this season as that misses in. It is a left-handed pitcher, which makes the running game a little bit harder as well. 2-2. And that is hit to third. They throw back to first. Not in time. And so Bergman makes the catch to retire Ruman for the second out.
Sit on a rope, too. Nice job by Bergman. It looks like Little injury.
Yep.
Is that blood?
Bellissimo, and I'm not sure how that happened.
Hey, is this wrestling? Got a leaky faucet out there.
I thought, did he not catch it cleanly?
Oh, he caught it with his face.
It's hard to see again we have the those posters up there, Chris. We don't have the posters up there, but our vantage point, the posters of the seniors kind of blocking that at first. There's the seniors.
Well, there is no injury time like wrestling in baseball.
It didn't seem like he was in a bad way, but again, if there's blood, obviously they have to take care of that. The scenario is going to be Nipar Smith still at first and Boring heading to the plate. There you see the scoreboard. No time needed in the sport of baseball. And they're apparently doing some work on Bellissimo. Probably not the worst thing in the world for Lynn at this point. As you mentioned, he's already over 80 pitches. That's a full game's worth typically.
If you were to get in trouble, it gives Colton Lee, who's in the bullpen, a little bit more time to work.
Yep. If they use Lee here, I would think that they would do anything in their power to make sure that he would still be available for Wednesday.
Sure. And on a day's rest, I want to guess that's around 25 pitches. Flick, do you have that picture that your brother sent you? Remember you sent it to me? I couldn't find it. Yeah, exactly. Well, as many pictures you and I sent, I couldn't find it.
He'll find it by the time we get to the 14th inning, Chris, so it'll be all right.
I think it's 25 pitches requires a day.
And thankfully, it looks like Bellissimo is good to continue. And Colton Lee now sprints in. He seems to be adequately warmed if needed.
Beautiful night here still. Temperatures.
Swing and a miss. Starting to look like the Wildcats are swinging to try to clear the fence at this point.
Well, Boring also one of the three Cats to find the other side of the fence this season. Wouldn't be a bad time to dial one up, but I'm thinking just a single would be just as efficient at this point. I shouldn't say just as efficient, but welcome to considering how many batters Lynn has mowed down here this evening.
Well, that's what I go back to not having room and bunt. And that is a big hack. And so the drawback, obviously, is you probably will need an extra base hit or multiple hits to end the game. Runner at first, even with 2 outs, single's probably not going to get it done, as that's fouled back. Whereas if you sacrifice them, you know a single probably wins the game then, but you've given up an out in the process. No right answer necessarily, just different approaches. 1-2. Good job just staying alive.
Yeah. Seems like he slowed his swing down a little bit too.
Yeah, well, 2 strikes, that's what you're supposed to do. But let's be honest, especially today, a lot of players don't really change that much when they have 2 strikes. They're still swinging as hard as they can. Swing and a miss. And another bottom of the inning ends with a strikeout as Lynn continues to impress. He has a dozen, and we will head to the 11th. It's still 3-0 Wildcats and Leopards here on WSN.
The hybrid operating room, the most advanced surgical environment in medicine. It's a new horizon for minimally invasive endovascular and cardiac surgeries, like TAVR, transcatheter aortic valve replacement, and TCAR, transcarotid revascularization for carotid artery disease. The hybrid OR provides unparalleled imaging in the operating room. For patients, that means a shorter procedure, less recovery time, and reduced risk for complications. These capabilities are only part of the equation. They're placed in the hands of some of the most accomplished heart and vascular specialists in the region, whose skill and experience have earned national, regional, and local recognition for clinical excellence. Independence Health System. Expert care here.
We move to the 11th inning here on WSN. Leopards and Wildcats in what has become a marathon battle here. It has been 3-all since the top of the 7th concluded. Wildcats with a win capture the section title. If the Leopards prevail, it'll all be on the line on Wednesday. Hoffman leading off. First pitch is bounced foul. I'm going to have to get creative if this game goes to the 12th. I'll be out of room in my scorebook.
Had to come back to the bag of seeds. I'm so hungry.
This is hit to second. Ruman throws across and retires Hoffman. Well, I think both these teams are probably kind of happy they're not playing tomorrow. Especially if it was a 4 o'clock game tomorrow. That would be tough. Yeah.
It's slated for 7.
Big swing and a miss.
Colton Lee tossing down below us here.
Kostelnik at the plate. That misses. Inside to Kostelnik as the count now 2-1. It's still 3-all as we've advanced to the 11th inning. Swing and a miss. We've seen some mighty hacks here.
Actually, yeah. Kostelnik's taking a beating tonight behind the plate. Another one of those warrior catchers.
That just missed. And the Wildcats bench, they are not happy. It looks like it was off the plate. That's why we got that center field cam, because we're offset to the right. The Wildcats are offset to the left. The dugout, that is. Swing and a miss, no doubt about that one. Down goes Kostelnik.
How many Ks is that for Carini? I mean, he can't be too far.
That would be 7.
4 pitchers and quite the pitching duel, or quad duel, if you will.
Mm-hmm. You have some of those in wrestling, right? The old quad duels.
Indeed.
Lynn, he's part of that pitcher's duel as he comes up empty. Carini over
he was
80
swinging
pitches
for
here.
Legionnaire on that one.
Yep. Yeah, sometimes you get out of your normal approach in this type of scenario. Bassiano. And it is in time. It was close. But it is indeed in time. It's a 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no one left. Can the Wildcats finally win it? We'll find out in the bottom of the 11th. Upcoming next right here on WSN.
Ever since I was a kid, I had the dreams of playing professional baseball. It was my obsession. I couldn't imagine a life where I did anything else. As I played, I kept dreaming about the next step, the next opportunity, the next play, and the next catch. My advice to anyone who wants to succeed at this sport is to never stop dreaming. Dream bigs.
Relax. With us, you're in safe hands. This is Dr. Dean Huss at Huss Chiropractic in Loyalhanna. We've been helping the local community get rid of back pain, headaches, and sore joints for over 20 years. Huss Chiropractic also tackles sports-related injuries, offering alternatives to surgery that will get you back on the path to healing. To make an appointment with us, call 724-879-4385 or visit HussChiropractic.com. Go Trojans from Huss Chiropractic, Industrial Boulevard in Loyalhanna.
Here we go. We head bottom 11. It is still 3-all Wildcats and Leopards, and Chris, asking you shall receive. Athletic director and state championship winning football coach Matt Humbert of Belle Vernon area has passed along the pitch count requirements. If you throw 25 or fewer pitches, no rest required. 26 to 50, you have 1 day down. 51 to 75, 2. 76 to 100, obviously, is 3 days.
Thanks, Coach Matt. Tom Carini set to take on Lynn. Should be his third appearance against Lynn.
Well, he struck out the first 2 times. He's not alone. Lynn has been mowing him down. He's got a dozen punch-outs. Ball 1. Sometimes you get in these games, and it's the same in the NHL playoffs, where it's always seems more likely to end on something fluky, kind of just, unconventional way of scoring the game-winning run sometimes is what works, as that is in for a strike. And so I think the most important thing, and I'm not, breaking any news here, is you just got to get someone on base first. Don't have to hit a home run to walk it off. I mean, that's what everyone dreams of, but as this one sits sky high, foul, might be playable, and it would just barely clear the fence on the first base side. But yeah, you get someone on, especially a leadoff batter, and then see, maybe you put some pressure on the defense, maybe they
Pass
blink.
ball.
Yeah. I mean, just look at the runs that have been scored in this game. We've had
not characteristic and typical.
2 on an error and 1 on a pass ball, as that is strikeout number 13, a baker's dozen now for Lynn. If you go to the baker and say, I want a baker's dozen, they giving you 13?
I've never done that, but I'll try.
It is a pinch hitter here for Stinchula. It is Vincent Gasky.
Vinny Gasky.
First pitch ball. Not easy for him to come in and for the first time live now see Lind. Gasky is a 194 hitter on the season. That's a strike. It is the bottom of the 11th. A marathon game here between the top 2 teams in the section. Count now 2-1. That's fouled straight back. We did say that the victory against Talmadge was 11 innings, right, Chris?
Excuse me?
Victory for the Wildcats against Talmadge was 11 innings?
Yes.
As there's another strikeout. So the Wildcats have been in a marathon-type game like this earlier this season. 14 punch-outs for Lynn, who came into the game with 29 strikeouts. And I'm not sure what Matt Bassiano is asking about here. I think they're checking the pitch count. Did I hear 98?
I'll tell you.
If that's the case, then he will be able to face Bassiano here.
Confirmed. It was 11 innings against Talmadge back on Sunday, March 24th. And the pitch count for this one.
There's a strike to Cooper Bassiano.
Yep, 98. That was 99. But he can complete this AB.
Now it's 0-2. Well, it would be fitting for Lynn if he finishes his night with his 15th strikeout.
Luke Nightbar-Smith and Squirt working their way back from the bullpen.
0-2. And we will head to the 12th as Lynn ends his pitching performance with an exclamation. 15 punch-outs. It is 3-all as we head to the 12th right here on WSN.
I am the swiftest creature alive. I can make it. I will make it.
That's That's where we come in. The Collision Shop by Jason Mignon is your one-stop shop for all things auto body repair. Our experienced technicians and state-of-the-art facilities have you covered. Body repairs, refinishing, glass replacement, and more. Our friendly office staff is happy to assist you through every step of your vehicle's repair process. Visit thecollisionshopbyjason.com for our complete list of services.
That's the power of Bowser. Yeah.
Coach, building a championship team, I know for you, it's all about the details. The same goes with the Bowsers.
No doubt about it. I mean, it's the tiny little details every single day, not forgetting about it the next day and maybe doing it the following day. I mean, I think details are everything.
As Coach says, get your eyes right on the power of Bowser.
The Bowser family is proud to have Coach Narduzzi as part of our team.
11 innings, not enough to decide this one as we advance to the 12th. 3-all Leopards and Wildcats. Don't often get to broadcast high school baseball past 10 o'clock at night. First pitch strike. Someone was asking if Gasky stayed in. As first pitch strike to Matusik. And now that's a ball to make it 1-1.
Reports coming from the Leopard dugout of cramping.
It's a warm night, although it's not, I wouldn't say all that warm now.
It's not cold.
No. Ball 3. Matusik, the top of the order for BVA. This one's bounced foul. Carini's getting pretty close to the limit as well, right, Chris?
Carini is at 89, I think. Is that right? 88. Ken Reeby, Western PA Sports, had to step out of the way of that foul ball. You can see him peeking around the fence there. From the Cats dugout.
Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. And Carini gets his 8th strikeout. I have now gone to a separate second box score sheet here.
Looks like we have softball coming in behind us.
No. I don't know where in the world softball be coming from because they've been here for
I'm sorry, lacrosse.
4 hours. That's probably more accurate. That's a strike. They probably didn't expect to be seeing a baseball game. I got back here.
When this many people here.
Judy takes that high. Again, to go back to a conversation we had earlier, you have to wonder, Carini, knowing where he's at the pitch count, does it change his approach at all? Good breaking ball there.
Doesn't look like it.
Well, so you're ahead 1-2. You might normally throw kind of a waste pitch here.
See if you can get him chase it.
But I don't know, knowing that you're getting close to the pitch count limit. And he goes right at him and blows it by him. Back-to-back strikeouts. That's now 9 for Carini. It brings Lacarte to the plate.
As Matusik's down here now warming up.
It is difficult when you warm up, 30 or 45 minutes ago. It kind of takes its toll if you have to warm up a second time.
For sure. Well, I mean, earlier we saw Colton Lee, now Matusik. So depending on
maybe also scenario if they have the lead or not, as Lacarte takes ball number 2. Ball 3. Here in the 12th inning. I can't even remember what inning it is, Chris. I'm going to probably and they're going to walk him here.
Not the worst decision.
Now, I
in the
believe
world.
that still counts as a pitch on the intentional walk there.
It did change to 97. So I think that you're right. So this will be.
It's Jedico who likely will be the final batter that Carini faces, although we don't know for sure. If you're
Jedico, out the first one.
Well, you might want to take a pitch here potentially. No take there as he fouls it back.
He also swinging for downtown Youngstown.
Not Ohio, although maybe Ohio. Who knows? That's over his head, and now this will be number 100, I believe, for Carini.
You can see Lacarte. He's trying to draw another throw.
He got picked off.
Down from Louie.
He got picked off 11 innings ago.
But also drew that. Was on second and got into the rundown at third on the throw down from Louie Amatucci a couple of innings ago. Don't ask me what inning it was, but yeah.
There goes the runner. And it's fouled back. Count 1-2, runner at first. In the top of the 12th, it is 3-0.
One ball, 2 strikes.
This is where you give him something to chase.
Now, Carini knows this is it no matter what.
Yep.
In terms of the final batter he'll face as a pitcher. As that's hit out to shallow right, and it falls in. Nipar Smith with a bare hand up with it. Thought maybe we would see Lacarte try to get the third on that.
Well, they're going to have to make a change. Yeah, with 2 down, I don't know why Lacarte wasn't moving.
We even saw him running on a previous pitch there. And maybe our pitch count's wrong, Chris. I don't know. Nope. There comes Matt Bassiano to make the change. We will take a break. It is 3-all, top of the 12th. Couple on, couple out for the Leopards. They try to snap this even game right here on the Westmoreland Sports Network. Wildcats call upon Luke Nipar Smith. 4-1 record, 3.75 ERAs, worked 18 2/3 innings, just 4 walks to go with 20 strikeouts. Sean Myers alongside Chris Smith. Carini.
Is it possible to get delirious on the air when you've been on this long? Okay.
Yep.
This is normal?
Yeah.
What are we at? We are at 3 hours, 17 minutes.
2 on, 2 out. Third pitcher of the game for the Wildcats. Nipar Smith misses away to Alex Nash. It is the 12th inning. Carini did fantastic in his appearance, as that misses. The run that came in against Carini was unearned. So he went 6 2/3 scoreless. Ball and a throw to first, and it gets away again. And here comes the runner. Here comes the throw, not in time. A mirror image of the 7th. The Leopards have the 4-3 lead. Unbelievable turn of events. And Carini and Nipar Smith traded spots. So it was Carini out in right, who got that throw to the plate, but not in time, as Lacarte has made it 4-3. Moving up to second on the plate, Jetico, as there's a strike. Hard to believe that the exact same sequence that tied the game in the 7th has given the Leopards the lead here in the 12th.
Actually, in this game, it's not that hard to believe, right?
There's a swing and a miss. Well, if you're Nipar Smith and the Wildcats, you have to keep it at 4-3 here. Give your offense a chance.
This is actually Bergman batting.
As he hits it out to center field, and the catch is made. So Bergman flies out, but an error allows the go-ahead run to come home in the frame. There was one hit, and there was one left on base. We head to the bottom of the 12th. Leopards try to close it out 4-3 over Greater Latrobe here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
How do you define elite? At Elite Plumbing, Kitchens, and Baths in Latrobe, we define elite by offering the highest quality brands for kitchen and bathroom remodeling in Westmoreland County. Brands like Moen, Toto, and Cambria. Meet with one of our incredible designers who will help you choose a stunning cabinet design for your new kitchen or luxurious showers and bathtubs for your new bathroom. Call Elite Plumbing, Kitchens, and Baths for a free estimate at 724-205-6947 or visit our vast showroom in the Route 30 Plaza in Latrobe.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
It is now 4-3 in favor of Belle Vernon area. We head bottom 12, and we'll see if this will be the final half inning. If the Leopards win this one, it sets up something special on Wednesday night. But Greater Latrobe will have the top of the order due up, and they're going against a new pitcher as Cole Matusik now takes over on the hill. So Matusik comes in from left field. His numbers on the campaign, 1-0, 2.00 ERA. He's worked 7 innings this season. He's issued 5 walks to go with 9 strikeouts. Now, if you're BVA right now, Chris, you pull out all the stops to
Is Doppelhauer now behind the... No. Yeah, Doppelhauer is behind the plate. Lucas Judy at second.
Yeah, I'm going to be completely honest. I'm in shambles here trying to keep track of everything as a first pitch strike. Scorebook only goes to 11 innings for me, so make do as Mason Leonard trying to make do. He's at the plate, 1-1. You got to feel a little optimistic if you're the Wildcats that you see a different pitcher here. After
True words, Mr. Myers, true words.
Lynn was just untouchable for most of his appearance. That's in for a strike. Count 1-2 on Mason Leonard. Swing and a miss. And down goes Leonard as Matusik starts his appearance with a strikeout.
Mason Leonard just doesn't look like himself in that box tonight. Like the change in velocity from pitcher to pitcher. Just like he swung off his back heel.
Now Amatucci. Boy, would he love some redemption here.
Just the form of a single, like you mentioned earlier, Sean, just getting on base at this point is one of those small victories.
Strike evens the count. That's in for a strike. Now 1-2 on Amatucci. Amatucci does not have a hit, but he's been on base twice.
Hit by pitch twice.
That misses.
Kramer in the on-deck circle. Little poke.
Shallow right. And it's caught on a ricochet by Jetico.
Is this like watching Leopards football or what?
That's unbelievable. Bellissimo off of his glove, and Jetico hauls it in for out number 2.
Nice job.
So, fly out 3-9. I don't know that I've ever written out before.
Great job.
That's
Jetico just being where Jetico always is, right where he needs to be.
I remember he had a pick 6 this season on the gridiron. That's not quite the same, but goodness, what a crazy game this has been. Could be the final out here as Kramer takes a first pitch ball. Ball 2. Belle Vernon would pull even with Greater Latrobe with a win here tonight. That's Web Gem right there. That misses, and now it's 3-0 to Kramer. Called strike. If Kramer gets on, Nipar Smith would head to the plate as the potential winning run. Swing and a miss. Counts full. Here we go. It's not playoffs, but it feels like it here. The 3-2. Ball 4, and this game continues. And now Nipar Smith heads to the plate. Chris is sweating a little bit here. Big AB. The tying run is at first in the form of Kramer. It is a right-handed pitcher here. We mentioned that with the lefty on the mound, it was a little bit difficult for the Cats' running game as that misses. Matusik trying to close it out and secure the save. Swing and a miss, and there goes the bat towards first. As the count now 1-1. Thankfully, Bellissimo and the runner Kramer were not in the line of fire there. Now the bat back to Nipar Smith. Don't see that very much at high school baseball. 1-1, tying run at first, Jacob Kramer. We are here in the bottom of the 12th. It's 4-3 Leopards. They try to close this out and force a winner-take-all for the section on Wednesday. That's well up. Two one. Ball three, not even close. Three one. Ball four. Wildcats now have the potential winning run on base and the tying run in scoring position. Hey, Chris.
Hey, yeah, sorry, I had to take I was walking around, believe it or not, with Mrs. Matuzik behind me.
Well, she's probably just as nervous as you are, my
friend. She wasn't even watching. She's getting play-by-play from another mom. So Leopards will take a visit.
Well, again, this is a game where
so much is on the line.
It's
either way.
If you're the Leopards, you win this one. You feel like this is our section to win then because you head back home and you have the momentum. If you're the Wildcats, obviously you win it tonight. You take the section and repeat. Both these teams are in the playoffs, so that is no matter what happens, they know that they're going to have something in front of them still. But you can always think back. For these players, when they graduate, they could say, we won a section title, and they want that to be the case for 2024. So Ruman heads to the plate. He is 0 for 5 in this game.
He's extremely happy that Lynn is no longer on the mound, I can tell you that.
I think that goes for a lot of the Wildcats. Tying run at second, winning run at first. And there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 12th. Ball one. We are seeing Matusik missing up a lot of the time. And by the way, on that last play, right before the pitch came in, Judy was running behind Kramer for a potential pickoff. Something to monitor. That's a strike. Evens the count of 1-1 to Ruman. Kramer, Nipar Smith, both on the base pass. Wildcats could be down to their final out. They get one, they tie it. They get two, they win it. And now a step off. It's interesting, Chris, to see Judy. He is, basically darting towards that second base bag. That creates a really big gap.
Opposite field shot for Ruman, indeed it does.
Hits that out to left field. Hit pretty well, but ranging back, Doppelhauer makes the catch. And finally, this one is over and the celebration on for BVA.
Great game. Great game. Can't wait for the showdown on Wednesday for the Section 2 title. Hats off to the Leopards and the Cats. Overall, all-around good game. Not the cleanest of games we've seen this season, but neither team willing to give up.
Well, it's kind of crazy how the tying run and the winning run for the Leopards almost mirror images. And that's the type of game it was. Nothing was going to be pretty. Nothing was going to be easy. But ultimately, BVA was able to kind of take advantage.
That was, 5 innings apart from one another?
Yep. 7th inning to tie it. And then here in the 12th to win it. 4-3, Leopards take this one. They are now 8-1 in the section. They are 12-3 overall. The Wildcats, they are 12-3 overall. They are 8-1 in the section. Only fitting that Wednesday at DeVirgilio, we will crown a section champion. Take another look at this unbelievable catch. We mentioned it wasn't pretty. This one, that was pretty by Jetico on a ricochet. After his two teammates collide, he's there to clean up. And that,
I think we should send that to ESPN, Flicky boy.
It's one of those nights. Sometimes the ball bounces your way, sometimes it doesn't, and at least late in this one, it bounced in favor of the Leopards. What a terrific game. We want to thank both head coaches, Tony Watson and Matt Bassiano. For Chris Smith, for our producer, Dan Flickinger, for Matt Palumbo, our videographer, Sean Meyer saying your final in 12 innings, 4-3 Leopards survive this one over the Wildcats. Thank you for tuning into our coverage of a dandy here, high school baseball, Westmoreland County Clash, right here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.